Previously in the GodBreaking, our group of adventurers find themselves in hell. Transported here by act of divine intervention, the god Tempest, at Deimos' request, sent them here to retrieve the soul of their deceased friend, Elwyn. You guys battled your way, or made your way across the Sea of Blood, and planted yourselves on the shores of Dis, where you battled your way to the Iron Gates, and entered the city proper. And there, you sought to learn about this environment that you found yourselves in. You went to a money changer and talked to the Torn Morrow, who sold you, in exchange for some magical items, the currency of hell, these blood chips, concentrated blood, each containing the blood essence of 100 souls, or 100 mortals. You got yourself some currency and then went to the Soul Vend, and there you surveyed the environment and saw that there was a conglomeration, a gathering of high-powered demons or devils, representatives of barons from various cities here on the first level of hell. And you had a fateful meeting. It was partway through provocation of Deimos with Duke Maladomini, a errant and a rare sight here on the first layer of hell. Maladomini is assistant and right hand of Mephistopheles, lord of the 8th level of hell. You take it, you gathered that her being here was an oddity, and she revealed some things to you. She revealed some things about what's going on right now in the Sulphurous Wastes, which is this layer that you're in. She revealed that the wastes is dominated by 6 cities: Dagon, Epheus, Dis, Erebus, Limbo, and Baal Saphir. Baal Saphir being the capital, the focal point of everything. And each city is ruled by a baron. The baron of Baal Saphir is Vimric, and he bears the Volto mask. Each baron holds a mask of power, and the Volto mask is the one that dominates them all. Well, the baron, the other barons from the surrounding cities, are attempting to overthrow and supplant Baron Vimric. To do so, they need souls of great power. And then they need to take those souls and sacrifice them in a rite called the Crimson Dance. They plan to do this in the near future, and if they are able to successfully do it, they will enact the rite. They will overthrow Baron Vimric. Duke Maladomini told you that you had a choice of how to proceed. And would you side with the barons who are trying to overthrow Vimric, or would you side with Vimric? And then, slightly before casting you out of her presence, she sealed Deimos's mouth, nose, and asshole shut. And was it? And eyes? That might have been nose. It was just mouth, eyes, and asshole.
Yep.
Anyway, you guys watched the Soul Vend. You watched as the bidding went through, and Elwyn was purchased by the Torn Morrow, who was revealed to you to actually be the Baron of Erebus. Where's my picture? The Torn Morrow, the person who you bought the blood chips from, and who had, I think, licked your face, Deimos.
Don't forget, he licked back.
That's right. Yeah.
Deimos, remember we fixed your mouth. I don't remember how we did it, but we did.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, I think Elwyn cast like a 9th level, uses 9th level spell to open your eyes and your mouth, but your asshole is still sealed shut.
Still there. You guys better hope I don't get my hands in these chimichangas. Yes.
Yeah, I was about to
Or,
say, I will take the
bad
chimichangas.
ride.
All right.
For a bad ride.
And that's kind of where we left off. You guys were heading over, with Elwyn being purchased by the Torn Morrow. You guys decided to go to Baal Saphir and talk to Vimric himself. To do so, you had to make your way across you had to travel along the Way of Bones. These long stretches of of at least traversable terrain that connect the cities. The Way of Bones. Blimlick, your little companion, told you that you had to go see one of the... What did I call them? Shit. I'll make something up. The Bone Masters. I don't know. The caravan. The caravan heads. That to take you across the Way of Bones. So that was kind of where we left off a couple weeks ago.
I'll be back in like 15.
All right, what do you guys want
Does
to do?
anyone else remember when all of us when we rolled 4 natural 20s in a row last week?
I think it was 5. I think
it was something crazy. I think it was 4 or 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Took a screenshot.
I think it was like one of
Because I
those
wanted to show my
things
friend.
where I believe, quote me on this one, but I believe Midas said, "Man, you guys are amazing. I'm gonna totally let you guys get at least +1 to one of your stats, just for free."
I don't think it was quite that.
Hey,
But,
1 second. Let me roll a deception.
No, what I said was I'm waiting for the day when you guys roll 5 natural ones in a row.
No, I don't want that day.
That's
it
when,
was
we get,
rats come
4.
that's when I get my
so
TPK.
Don't get too sadistic. But it was 4 natural 20s.
that's when I get my TPK.
One goblin comes
Oh wait,
out
it
and
was
just
5
murders us
because
all.
Elwyn dropped a 20.
Yeah, that's right.
what it was.
That's
yeah.
right.
Same
yeah.
as you dropped a 20 on your advantage. It was 5.
Yep. He did say something about that getting extra feet for free. No, right? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
All right.
Deception roll.
I did. Then he believes it.
Okay.
Totally.
So,
I think you need more than a natural 20 to deceive the DM.
I got it right here.
so there you Blimlick shows you along to he points a direction. You guys head west in the city to go to the basically the gate, the large exit gate that a lot of traffic comes to and fro between Dis and Baal Saphir. And the way it works is that these large caravans travel along these pathways, and there are series of basically carts that are strung together and all drawn and pulled by massive skeletal steeds, large like long trains of skeletal steeds that move the whole caravan at a pretty fast clip. To get to secure passage there, you'd have to basically book a spot on one of these caravans. Make your way across Bone Way. Need right. Need caravan.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, let's do this, guys.
What do you want to do?
But you say it one more time. I was not paying attention. I'm sorry.
Well, we gotta get a ride out.
Do you like a caravan master then? Because we've got what 20,000 blood chips plus.
Yep. For sure.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to a caravan master and ask him for passage to Baal Saphir.
Okay. Looking around, you see that one caravan has just arrived, and it's a long train of these very large wagons, basically, and they're all gnarled up. They're pretty rugged looking, pieced together with iron, secured with bone, coated in black tar, and drawn and all pulled by these 10 large skeletal horses. One has just arrived, and you see merchants and slaves going up and unloading goods from the caravan. On the opposite side, you do notice that there's a caravan that seems to be the next one to head out. Prepared to, people are loading it. There's creatures going back and forth, finding spots on the caravan. It's pretty large. You head over there, and you come across I guess a devil or some kind of aberration that you believe has some kind of authority.
What's up, bitch? I mean, what's up? Oh, you look fucked up. What'd you do to yourself?
The creature glares at you and says, "I might ask the same of you."
It's pure ale. It works great in your pores. You should try it.
He told you, bitch.
Hey, you know what?
Even these ugly guys knows you's one hideous broad.
Hey. I was told I'm a South 7 around this place, bitch. And I'll tell this guy, be like, hey, you know what? I'll help you out. We start off the wrong foot. So I have this personal sex toy I strap to my back at all times because, I mean, why would you not? And you can just go to town on this guy's thing, if you help us, right? Isn't that what you want? Sex toy backpack?
The creature is staring at you. His glowing red eyes. He's a good foot shorter than you, Deimos. So he's looking up at you basically. He says,
"Can you really see my face though from my titties?"
He says to you, "Blood chips are all I'm interested in.
Oh,
Blood chips and souls."
how many blood chips you need? Let's get a ride.
"How many to find passage to Baal Saphir?"
Yeah, how many?
How many of you are there?
Wait, are we going to Erebus or are we going to Balsifer, guys? I forgot.
Balsifer.
Balsifer, okay.
Technically speaking, there's 5 of us.
I mean, we got a Deimos, we got a Pepin, we got an Albrecht, we got a funny
Blimlick.
little demon dude, a Blimlick, and we got a backpack. I don't know if it's a backpack. I will say I will pay half price as a carry-on storage because I'm assuming this guy is
4.5.
He's a solid, 4.5 because I'm assuming they're like Delta Airlines.
So Deimos, you are 1.5 people, so 5.
Yeah. Well, then again, then you're like 2 people because you're just a big beefcake. Well, we'll just go.
4
We'll just go
people.
back to. Yeah, 4 people. 4 people.
Passage is 1,000 blood chips per passenger.
Holy shit! How do people get places in this city?
We have like 20,000, dude. We're fine.
I know, but still, that's a lot of money.
What are we going to use this for? Are you going to buy something off of in Westvane? Or
Oh no, I'm just saying this guy is it.
That
Oh.
is 1,000 for the premium treatment. If you sit in the back, it's 100. And you sit back there at the tail end.
we might as well go premium.
Yeah, what he said. Mama didn't raise no bitch. We go up front.
Trying to confirm that it's not one of those things that I'm asking that. Well, I want to make sure that he's not counting the backpack as a person for Vork, but I just want to make sure if we sit down and we actually haven't paid for Vork, his soul's not going to evaporate or something.
He does look at you and he says, "I count 5.
Oh, well, 5 it is then.
5 it is.
Um,
Feel bad if we just called him a backpack, but then we sat down and because we didn't pay for him, his soul evaporated or something.
He is a sentient backpack, so let's be honest here. He's just a sentient item.
Yeah.
Cool sentient item. But yeah, no, I totally agree with you. We should totally just pay for it. I asked what the difference between this 1,000, the big seats and the bitch seats are. Like if there's any actual real difference besides one smellier.
He looks at you and says, "Well, when we make an offering to secure a safe passage through the wastes, we are more likely to pull from the cheaper seats, if you know my meaning."
Oh shit. So what you're saying is I gotta go fuck some of you guys up. If I pay less money and take all your stuff and then
What?
offer your souls to a greater god? Tempest.
He says, "An offering must be made to the great bone worm and his minions."
Oh, I'm good, guys. I don't know about this bone worm thing, but I tell you what, I don't want that between my legs. You just want to pay the big price, or what do you guys
Yeah.
want?
We got, again, what are we going to use 20,000 blood chips for?
Yeah.
It's 20,000 plus some, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
Let's not give Midas ideas, but yeah, what can we use those for?
Who actually had the
Oh,
gold?
but yeah.
Who actually wrote down what blood chips you have? Did someone write it down?
Yeah. We are at. It was
Notes, where
20,
are the notes?
20. I think it was 20,770 blood chips.
That sounds about right.
20,769 blood chips. You tipped somebody.
Yeah. Oh no. It's still 70. I have 270 blood chips of my own, and that's just to keep giving them to our little Blimlick buddy because Blimlick's awesome.
Okay, so yeah, that's how many we have. So yeah, I would have no problem going down 5,000.
Sounds good to me.
So
I will fix-
he happily takes the blood chips off your hands and he says to you, "And what of my transaction bonus?"
Bonus.
Bonus. You have to tell us.
Like, is he just asking for a regular tip?
Well,
Yo, Blimlick, what's the regular amount on this stuff?
Blimlick? Blimlick
Yeah.
knows. Blimlick knows just the tip.
What is it?
Just the tip is always a lie.
Yeah, it is a lie.
It's always a lie.
Fist pump.
Lie.
Fist pumping Blimlick. Now, you're not gonna yourself a good lady that way, but let's say if we're going to give a money tip to a guy, how much should we give to not be buttholes?
In hell, never trust what one says. In hell, always good to pay extra.
We give him what? Like 5,000? Give him like 100 blood chips?
Okay, so I'm gonna say at least 500. If we're gonna go by
Trusting.
standard stuff. Yeah, I'd say. I mean, and we can do 100 if you want. I was just thinking 500.
For
Just
10%, but
because-
again,
10%.
I like-
Yeah.
again, I say, what are we going to use blood chips for? But then Midas is going to think of something. So,
Oh, he definitely will. And when that comes,
I
we're
want
gonna
to.
do
You want
a
to
long-
split it at like 250?
I asked Bloom what do you think about that.
Like,
And I
yes.
give him.
250 blood chip tip.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hand the blood chips over, and
Change that.
this creature, he holds them, and you see him put it in a different pocket. He says, "I am known as Craven. I drive this caravan. I will be seeing more of you. We leave within the hour." And he turns and he goes, and he as he does, there's a bunch of little slave like things about Blimlick size, moving along, bringing bags and baggage and that kind of stuff. Some come up to you and want to see if you have anything that needs transport, anything that you need them to carry.
Nope, I don't trust these
Nope.
bitches.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got bags of holding, and those things are small. So,
Well, they bring you over to a place on the caravan that is towards the front. It's not in the very front. There's a couple of very large, very opulent, like train cars that are near the front. They're fully enclosed, but you can tell that there's I guess what would be the hellish version of music coming from inside. But just a few cars back from that, you have your seating area. It's basically like not first class, but like business class, where you're sitting there and there's the seats are of mild comfort level. It's not quite too crammed in where you are, that kind of stuff.
So we're in like upper management business class. And then, like,
Yeah, sure. You look around and
Oh, yeah.
there's only a couple other creatures in there, but then they're kind of keeping them to themselves. Big fiery beasts, and for this one creature that's just like a big glob of flesh, smells really bad, that kind of stuff. But they're all securing passage there. Okay. A little bit of time goes by, and then you hear the sound of these skeletal horses being latched onto the front of the caravan. There's a large death rattle type sounding horn that echoes through the air, signaling that the caravan is about to go underway, and the massive bone portcullis that seals off the bone way from the city of Dis begins to rise slowly as these mammoth, half-rotten creatures, basically, they look like mammoths, but they're half-rotten, begin to pull on these large chains that raise the bone portcullis, and the steeds rear up. You hear their gaspy, scratchy whinnies rattle through the air, and the caravan launches off into the darkness. Now, the Bone Way is this path of literally, it looks like bones, and it's a pretty large pathway. But all off to the sides, there is waste, there is blackness, there is it's not, it doesn't drop off, but there's like dark terrain, and you see sometimes you can see movement in creatures there. You can hear shreds of howling and screams. There's places that you pass through that are like pits of fire, and there's you hear the wails and screams of agony of thousands and thousands of individuals inside these pits of flame just leaping through. So you guys are moving along the terrain pretty quickly. It's a straight shot towards Baal Saphir, and the caravan moves along at a really fast clip. So you guys are just looking at this hellish landscape that you're passing through, and it's a real sight to behold. Sulfur fills the air. It smells, the smell goes between this putrid kind of like rot smell and sulfur and bile and that kind of stuff. Sometimes the air is thick with this musky fog that you're not quite sure what it is, but that's kind of the general feel of this landscape that you're passing through. But the caravan is moving pretty fast, and it looks like it's pretty undisturbed as it makes its way across the hellish landscape. Okay. About a couple hours in to your journey. Oh, I just found. I found an audio clip of a carriage journey.
Oh.
So I'm just playing it in the background. You guys can't hear it, but I just played it for the video. Anyway, a wormy type of large, thin creature comes alongside you, and brings along with it a platter full of covered with these like they look like organs, basically internal organs from some kind of creature. He says, refreshments for the long journey. And he offers it to you on a plate, Deimos.
Okay. I'm a classy bitch. Classy bitches eat exotic foods. I'll take a thing. But I asked him, is it free?
It is part of your ticket price.
Ooh, I like being classy. Yeah, I'll try a thing.
Alright.
This, he hands it to you. Is the bladder of a basilisk. A great delicacy.
Gross. I mean, I'll try it. It sounds pretty fucked up, but I mean, shit.
Okay. And he holds the plate over to you, Albrecht. Says, and for you, sir.
Any of it look cooked,
Oh no.
or is it raw?
Oh, hell no.
It's all raw.
Yeah.
I will give him I will thank him profusely and say, I just had my lunch though, and as he leaves, I'll mutter on my breath, and it's about to come back.
Bloom happily grabs
Actually-
two items.
I'll throw him a couple of blood chips as well.
Okay.
Take 2 blood chips off Amos.
Much obliged. Okay. He stops for a second and he turns to you and says, You've never been along this caravan before. And he sniffs at you. He says, You are not natives of this plain. Fascinating. Rarely, if ever, do we see one such as yourself here. This far into hell. Curious. If you have need of any services or information, do not hesitate to ring for me.
What do we need, Amos?
I need more of this freaking liver because it's delicious.
I need Amos to roll a Constitution check, but
I am immune to poisons and diseases, but this stuff is legit good. They weren't joking. These devil people know how to make some good food.
Okay.
can't think of anything at the moment besides, just asking questions about the dude we're going to meet, but
Also, how long is it going to take, you think?
Travel time along the Bone Way, he says. He says, at typical speeds, unless we are held up, a matter of 4 chronos.
Yes, those things I know of.
That is, of course, if the toll takers move quickly.
I assure you, I believe I have read the future of the great, glorious, overseeing God of all the gods, and I'm pretty darn sure they're not going to move quickly.
Well, we shall see.
Yes, we will.
What's a Chronos?
I have no fucking idea.
Chronos? Chronos, how we measure time here. In hell?
What's 1 Chronos in normal people time?
1 Chronos. 1 Chronos. 1 Chronos about the time I've known you last I've met you.
About a day?
A little less than a day.
You said how many chronos? 4 chronos?
I don't think that we got that much time of Chronos.
No. That is bad for our health. I'm just gonna be
Yeah.
straight up honest.
Yeah, I asked this dude, I'm like, so, let's say there's people not from this plane. What do they normally do to, not go, what do you say, crazy? It's like we bad for everybody here.
You hear screams So and there's always a subtle undertone of screams and howls of agony in the background. Right. He says,
Mm-hmm.
"Some screams belong to mortals who come to hell, seeking to find loved ones, wandering in great wastes of bone, consumed, devoured, digested, shit out, and reincarnated to be consumed all over again."
Cool. So like what you're saying is like let's find like some strong devil-y guys. Like we could just like rip them apart, just obliterate their soul, and just like be fine here, right?
Never done. You will waste away. Your minds and souls will be ripped out from you until you are just simple shells of yourself, only
inconvenient.
knowing pain and guilt and regret.
The funny thing is what if we're already only feeling that?
Then you are welcome in hell.
Oh shit, we good guys.
Is there a faster way to get over there than 4 Chronos?
The 4 chronos is because of the toll keepers. Actual travel time 2 chronos. But we will soon come upon the tolls,
Ah,
and the bone hunters will cross the caravan and exact their toll.
okay. So guys, do you think we should try to fight these things?
Yeah, we need to
Or
move.
politely ask them to
Well,
make us
why
move
does
faster?
it take them so long?
Dicks.
He shrugs. He says, "They do as they wish. Scarvix, their master, is Lord of the Wastes, and Baron Limerick humors him, does not restrain him. He does as he wishes. He takes what he wishes and consumes what he wishes."
Well, then we can just let him know that if he doesn't let us get moving, then he's gonna lose his position of privilege.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's actually going to be here.
It has been tried.
Yeah, I think no matter who's in charge, whether it's the current guy or one of the other barons, this guy's going to have a position of privilege anyways. It's like the spider of the rings. Like she is too much of a hassle to deal with, so they don't deal with her, but she kind of provides a purpose.
Okay, so what you're saying is we're gonna take a look. Got it.
Oh, okay.
I'm wanking it pretty hard right now.
Oh, Pepin, don't
Forgot
put
about
that over
that.
here.
I forgot about that. We should see what happens when they get here, and I don't know.
Okay.
Do you know like a fly spell?
I do not. Oh yeah, I do. Actually.
Okay.
Pass them and fly the rest of the way, or eat up our time.
Let's see. When you kids use a slot of 4th level higher. So 4th to 5-3. How many of us are there? 3?
5.
Yeah.
Well, if Deimos is carrying 4.
You can carry what's his face? The little
3. 3 of us?
well, I don't have a 5th level, so 6. 4 of us can fly.
So we can all probably do it, and then I'll just have my sentient backpack.
I mean, for purposes of payment, yeah, he's a 5th purpose, but for purposes of the spell, he's a backpack.
Okay. Yeah, so I can make 4 people. I just marked off a 6th level, and I'll cast fly on 4 of us.
Okay. Cool.
I was thinking.
It only lasts 10 minutes though.
Oh, we should.
Oh,
yeah.
never mind. That's about it. You can take
never
that
mind.
spell slot back.
Yeah, I'll take it back.
Why that would have just been bad.
Okay.
Let's do it, and then 10 minutes later,
Yeah.
let us fall to
I do have teleport if you guys want to risk it.
Oh.
What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, in hell.
And I have 1 lucky point left.
I mean, we could try it, or we could try to fight this thing, and then if we are gonna get literally, or if we can't reason with them, then maybe we can try a teleport.
Okay, sounds good.
Sure.
Maybe. Who knows?
I'm going to ask our waiter. I call him Larry because I just recently got done watching a series of unfortunate events, and if you have watched that, this makes sense. If it doesn't, just ignore me.
I have not
Good.
watched it, but go on.
Ask Larry, our waiter. What exactly are the bone keepers taking for their toll?
He says, "What has bones?"
4 Chronos to do that, or 2 Chronos to do that? Ugh.
Okay. He
Okay.
says-
Yeah, I think that's a good plan as well.
he says, and so he says, as that happens, there's a small chime that comes from down the hall. He says,
I must depart. The hour grows late. Have a pleasant rest. Tomorrow we will see the bone toll takers.
and he kind of like slithers off down the hallway. All right, so this is your first. I think this is the end of your first night here. You haven't long rested yet, have you? I don't think you have.
No, we have not, because I don't have any spell slots.
All right.
Yeah. And we experienced 2 detriments within the first day that we were here. I can't imagine what 4 days would be like.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get used to it.
Okay.
Hopes and dreams, Amos. That's what I love about you. Hopes and dreams.
As you guys are in the middle of the night, Deimos, roll a Constitution check. Okay. So the various things that you ate, they worked your way through your system, but you quickly realize that something's wrong because stuff is beginning to pile up inside your gut.
Oh.
With no way to evacuate.
Oh.
You're feeling some cramps, abdominal cramps,
Gosh,
and
damn it.
general sense of bloating.
Oh. All right, am I pregnant? When was my last period? Oh, shit.
It's your. I'm not going to go there. Never mind. I don't want to be too crude.
Deimos doesn't know anything.
I'd say that was something Euphemia did at that time when he turned to a woman, and she was linking you she linked that book on how to teach someone about like a little kid about their first period or something like that. It was pretty funny.
Oh, I'm super confused.
Amos, do you even know what a period is, or did you just accept the fact that you blood from your privates once a month?
I mean, no. I've had sex with some hot ladies, but that was a while ago. I don't know how this works. It was just like cold sweat and panicking right now.
Don't you have a sword, Albrecht?
I do
Don't
have
you
a
take this from
sword.
me. I'm a strong woman.
Well, I mean, it's not like we know what's wrong with him. I didn't personally check.
Hey, dwarf, you there, you dwarf. You with the big sword, dwarf, yeah.
You, yeah, you. He's pointing at you, Albrecht. Hey, dwarf. Can you hear me? Cat got your tongue. Hey, fuckhead. Dwarf, are you there?
What do you want, Vork?
Do me a favor. Do me a solid, just like one brother to another, one outdoorsman to another outdoorsman, like a rough and tumble dude. Yeah. I'm strapped to this bitch, this ugly bitch, and she's like dry sweating and like getting all kinds of like moody and whatnot. Could you take that sword of yours and just like shove it in my face? Just like all the way through, nice and quick, like
Oh,
one quick
I-
motion.
I look him up and down and I say, being strapped to this guy's back is probably better than you deserve. And I'll walk away from that.
Okay. So that night, I need you guys to roll.
I'll say one more thing to him. I say, besides your mama, this guy's probably cared more about you than anyone else has. So.
Works this. Hey, that was uncalled for. I love me mommy.
Amazing woman.
she hot. Big old titties.
I want to straight up slap Deimos in the face, and I say,
You wouldn't
I
hit a
look at
woman,
him
would you?
up to you, and I'm saying, I don't care what your gender is. You don't talk about someone's mama that way.
I'm so proud of him right now. He's like, you've passed the test.
Okay. So you guys kind of like the time goes on and the clattering of the caravan wheels along the bone path is rhythmic and you all just eventually just drift off to sleep. I need you all to roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh, son of a nutcracker. Okay.
Oh shit.
Perception. Jeez. But nat 20.
With disadvantage, you got the 8.
Yeah.
So let's see, Pepin, you're human, no elves, so you guys don't have any trance state or anything like that. Pepin, in the night, you swear you hear, like outside the doorway to your little cabin thing that you guys are in. You swear you sense some kind of shifting in the light, or maybe a slight breeze, as if, or whatever it is. Maybe even nothing visible or perceptible. You've been in hell a long time, and you've learned to be paranoid. So, and to watch your back and always sleep with one eye open, basically.
Spider sense, pretty much.
Yeah. And you swear that maybe you get the feeling that something's outside the door.
Are we all in this same place?
Yeah, you're kind of in a cabin all together.
All right, I'm here, but I'll be back in just like 20 seconds.
All right. Trying to be quiet, like I'm gonna go and first I'm gonna wake Deimos and then Albrecht.
Okay. All right. So let's do Albrecht first. So Albrecht, you're sleeping and you feel this gentle shaking on your head.
I'll wake up and I'll look at Pepin. I'll look at Pepin.
I'll put my finger up to my mouth, like to signal to be quiet, to like I'm gonna like puff out my chest like in a breathing motion for him to continue snoring, like keep snoring, but there's someone outside. Yeah.
All right. What else are you doing?
I'll go over to Deimos, and I'm gonna check my memory to see if I have my spell slots back.
You do not yet.
Okay, so then I will. Let's see, I got a bunch of level 2s. What do I have for level 2? Choke. You know what? I'm gonna try to hide by the door, like behind it, so whoever comes in, I can get the drop on them if they come in.
Okay. So you go sit by the door. Roll me a perception
Yeah.
check. Okay. Being closer to the door, you just kind of like inch your way over there, and you listen, and you hear this faint, like, rubbing sound. I don't know if you can hear that. Like from the outside of your door.
Like rubbing on the door, or son of a bitch. Fuck. Sorry, guys.
You gotta
I'll
go?
be back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Albrecht, you look over there, and you're pretending to be asleep. You see Pepin, kind of like curiously listening to the door, and you can tell by his demeanor that he thinks maybe he hears something.
I am
Yeah, I'm
going
back.
to. Almost back?
Yeah.
Did Pepin?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was noises outside the door. Pepin woke you up, told you to keep sleeping, I presume?
Keep pretending to sleep.
Yeah. And he's listening at the door, and it sounds like he's hearing something. So what I'm doing is I'm essentially grabbing my sword, just being ready in case anything happens, and I'm trying to listen as intently as I can.
Okay, perception check.
Or regular this time.
Yes.
I mean, since I'm up, I'll be doing the same thing. I'm still pretending I'm sleeping though.
Okay. All right, now let's see here. Yeah, you both can kind of hear it now that you're awake and your senses are kind of heightened. You definitely hear the sound of rubbing. Something's rubbing on the outside of the door. It's very slight. It's very imperceptible, almost as if something is like someone like rubbing something on the wall, or a hand on the wall, or yeah, that's best I can describe it.
Just real quick, didn't the what's his face, our captain or caravan driver, say that these bone people were kind of like giant worms?
Mm-hmm.
He
They're
said
probably
the great worm, the great bone worm is what he mentioned. But he didn't.
barbarian knowledge. Does this sound like bone sliding against the wall? If I were to imagine what bone sliding against a wall would sound like.
No, it sounds like skin rubbing against a wall, or some kind of leather or flesh.
Is there like a lookout peephole in this or no?
No.
Sound like
Guys.
it's like moving a certain direction, or does it sound like it's like staying right in front of our door?
It's intermittent. It almost sounds like someone's writing something, or something like that.
Hmm.
Walls of this thing are just made out. They're made out of like leather, or are they made out of like wood or something?
They're like combination of petrified wood, kind of joined together with shards of bone and bits of black iron.
Okay. All right. Should we just open the door, guys, and see what they?
No.
Hmm.
I'm thinking, and if it until it goes away, I would motion for Pepin to step back from the door though, and it goes away.
Okay. At this point, it stopped. It stopped completely, and you guys don't hear anything else anymore.
This time, I'm going to go up to to see if I can hear it happening to someone else's wall, or someone else's door, like the door across the hall, I guess.
Roll a d20. You sit there listening to the door, and about 15 seconds later, you swear you maybe hear something. Not across the door, across the hallway, but like, further down the hallway. Something similar. It's barely perceptible. It's very quiet.
Don't want to open the door. Just go back to bed, I guess.
Okay. Anyone else?
I mean, if that's what you think's best, I'm down for it.
All right.
I mean, if we wake up in the morning and we're still stopped and it doesn't look like we're going to move soon, yeah, we'll have to fight it. But if this is just like something that's going to save our lives inherently, like the postmaster,
All right. I will at
You
least
fed up?
stick a chair in front of the door.
yes, I will do that.
And just hopes and dreams. I mean, it's not going to do much, but I'm a hopes and dreams it.
Okay.
Motto, and I live by it as well. So,
All right. So you guys drift off back to sleep, and you get a long rest. Okay. Alright, so next morning, or best as you can tell is morning, the beginning of the next chrono shift. You guys awaken, and you notice instantly that the caravan is stopped. And you hear this rushing movement outside the door as people or creatures there's just a general unease in the sounds around you as other creatures are awake. There's a nervous tension in some of the conversation around you from the rooms around you and down the hall.
at this point, I will open up the door and take a look at it, and then take a look down the hallway.
Okay. You look out and you do see some other denizens of hell, likewise doing the same and waiting. You look out and you see the face of one curious-looking creature. Let's see, I don't have a picture of anyone. Do I?
It doesn't look curious.
Let's see. I could use this guy again. Why not? He's not the same one as before. He looks very similar to the last time you saw this guy.
Know you? You don't have a brother, do you? I'm just kidding.
He says, there are a lot of my kind that look like this. He says, I'm just here trying to find passage to the Bialis of Fire. He says, but, like, devil's damn it, I'm like, this part makes me shit my pants every time we get to this place in the voyage. I don't like it. I don't like it, not at all, sir.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Well, if I was to say you're one fine-looking female specimen yourself, do you perhaps have a telephone number or like a Snapchat account that I could like get on your feed?
Hey, hey, once you become president, sir, we can talk about that. I'll be your secretary.
Well, or like, do you happen to maybe occasionally post like scantily clad pictures of yourself on Instagram? And I can maybe
will show him one of my titties. I'll be like, I don't understand why you guys are weird.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
Hot damn. Just,
Not really. It's hard. Feel it.
well, that's all right. I'll be inside here. I'll be laying down on my bunk to myself, minding my own business for the next like 10 minutes or so, while the bone hounds come through and do their thing. Thank you. Thank you most kindly.
Oh, no problem. Hey, you remember, if I ever need help, you come help me because I'm a damsel in distress, right?
I'm not really the rescuing type. I'm kind of like the sit back and watch type, and like keep watching.
Oh, one of those
and kind of like
weird guys. All right,
like
no problem. I ain't judging.
and enjoy the watching process. That's kind of like what I like to do.
Oh, gross. But that's fine. Good for you. Good for you. I'm happy you're getting yourself.
As I'm sitting here watching this whole conversation, as soon as he shut the door, and I look at Deimos, I'm like, you're supposed to be a priest?
Yeah, I'm a priest. I'm super confused what you're talking about. I'm a super good priest.
I don't know what to do with my life anymore.
My god's like beat shit up. I want to
Taking,
say,
twists and turns and right at Shitsville and ended up in hell. So
yeah, we fucked up pretty bad.
You guys hear this loud screeching sound just pierce the air. It just like reverberates through the hallways, and as it screeches out, it's met by a similar one further away, and another one, and another one, and another one, as 6, 7, 10, 20 of these sounds just kind of echo all around, up and down the hallways, back outside, forward, and back of the caravan. The creature that you were just talking to pops his head back out and he says, "Oh, devils, damn it! Yep, that be them. That be the bonehounds. Yeah, I'll be inside of my bunk, thinking about you and your beautiful titty. See, I'll see you later." And he shuts his door, and you hear the latch like closing shut.
we did. Speaking of doors, is there anything on ours?
There's a small latch. It's kind of like the little chains that like. You ever seen those little door chains that really don't do anything
Yep.
except let you crack the door open like an inch so you can look out?
I mean, they help. Not that much. I say we bar our door.
Outside of our door,
They-
is
they-
there any marks?
Oh, you're looking at like the door
Somewhere.
frame and stuff, or around the door?
Mhm.
Perception
Yeah,
check.
like anybody, writing or marking our door or door frame up.
So, looking out
Yeah.
and armed with the knowledge that you have, you're able to make out barely perceptible, like a slight film, like almost this clear, almost clear substance has been applied to the door frame around the top and the sides of your door. It's not visible.
Shit.
It's just like you run your hand along it and you touch it and it's just slightly slick, like it hasn't dried completely yet.
Now, if we
Door
really-
across the hallway at our peeping Tom's door, and is there a film on his door?
There's not.
can we try to wipe this stuff off?
I know, I'm not gonna touch it with a 10-foot Deimos.
10-foot Deimos. Ooh.
I think we should leave it on, and if it's a bad sign, we'll just take the shit that comes at us. I mean, we're long rest in. If it's a good sign, the help we can get.
You hear this sudden like thump on the top of the caravan roof, of the car's roof, as these scrapey sounding claws like drag across the top of it, and it's moving pretty quickly across, and you hear similar sounds all around as a few shrieks echo through the air. You see suddenly down the hall at the end of the car, an image of this creature comes bursting through.
Oh.
And that's my cue to shut the door and lock it.
All right. You see its unseeing eyes just like moving around, and all of a sudden it catches a whiff of something. It rushes up to a door, just like several doors down from where you are on the other side of the hallway, and it crashes into the door, blasting it open, and you hear screams and howls from inside as whatever creature was in there is putting up a fight. Another one of these creatures comes in from the opposite hallway, and then a third comes in, and also they all rush into that room, and you hear the snarling snap of bones and gurgling bodily fluids as whatever creature was in there is being eviscerated and torn apart.
So
Now,
can we-
from my knowledge last night, does that look like the door where I heard the sound again?
Yes.
Immediately grab a rag and start wiping the shit off our door.
Yeah, I've already started. I know you said not to do it, but Damos was totally already doing it. I hate to say it. I do
didn't
not
know if
trust
it was-
them film of anything. It's getting
You
torn
know, I
off.
thought it could have been like a good sign, like
Yeah,
you know,
it could have been. Yeah.
like the Passover, like put the blood of the lamb on your door, and the
Yeah.
angel of death will pass over.
Yeah,
But then
no,
I
I've
forgot
just
it was
been.
Midas.
It's the
Yeah, but-
opposite here.
Yeah, I've been wiping that stuff off since you've been saying that.
Or if you're touching it, you're not getting back in the room. I'm sorry.
No, obviously not with that. But I'm smeared against the pervert's door because
Okay.
I told you I'm a priest.
So you're like wiping it off your door and trying to rub it onto the pervert's door.
Just a little bit, because I was questioning my holy powers, and I say, hey, let evil destroy evil, for I am holy, and I shall look down upon you and bring you good fortune.
Okay.
And I don't have a good saying for it, but I'm a priest.
So what happens is, as you do that, you see more of these creatures come in through the opposite hallway, and they come rushing down towards you. You quickly rush back to your room, but you see them turn and bust into the peeping Tom's door, and you hear oh double damn it, oh no, and you hear these shrieks and cries as he begins to be like again torn apart, and you catch a glimpse since he's across
Megan?
the hallway of you from you.
Normally I'd feel bad, but I mean, if you're a peeping Tom, I don't
Can
really
I get
feel
an
bad.
alignment check on Deimos, please?
Wait. Oh no, he was a peeping Tom. I mean, I want to get an alignment check on Albrecht if he likes guys who just totally go around and peep on people.
I'm not about, I was just gonna wipe it off and throw the rag on the floor. I wasn't gonna
Yeah.
screw somebody else.
Did this guy look like Bill Cosby though?
Holy shit, that's a cool picture. Sorry, guys. That should be the last one.
Yeah, I was just thinking of the Bill Cosby thing. That's the only reason I did it.
So he you can see in the hallway
Bill
across
Cosby,
from you. So,
I would totally do it, but I didn't know
Well.
much about it.
all right. So
I mean,
you guys are in this room right here. Oh, my color's different. Shit, how did I change my color? It needs to be blue.
Just to be blue.
There we go. Okay. You guys are in this room right here. The peeping Tom dude's room is right across the hallway from you, right? And you can see these creatures laying into him, and basically they're flaying the flesh and skin and organs off of his bones, and then they're grabbing onto his bones and ripping them out and just like chomping on them. And they shatter in their mouths, but they're consuming the bones basically, and they're absorbing them into themselves.
Wait, was that one guy the one that was the other picture? Wasn't
Yeah.
he the one that was giving us info on the?
Oh, he looks just similar.
He was his
Different guy.
his twin brother, his younger brother.
Oh,
I just didn't have another picture.
Yeah, he's a peeping Tom. Decided, you know what? Let's screw somebody else over, and
Deimos will apologize to Albrecht. I'm sorry. I do not like people who are peeping toms. I will not try to have a peeping tom killed again, if that is what you wish. I shall let all the peeping toms
I don't have a problem
around
with
the
peeping
world
Tom.
live.
If it was like I don't know, like a pedo or something, I would be totally fine
Oh,
with
no,
it.
I'm-
I think he's just perverted,
Yeah.
and there's a difference.
Is
All
there?
right. Okay, so
As we both, Deimos and myself, eye each other suspiciously.
I'm not. I'm just like, wait a second.
like, why am
Is
I on
there-
this map?
We're gonna get crushed.
Okay, so what's happening is that these things, right, are inside these rooms tearing apart these other people, and some of them are making their way towards your door as well. One just jumps in front of your door as you guys are watching, screams in your face, and comes charging at you. All right, roll initiative.
Oh shit. Well, Deimos, you wanted the fight. Here is the fight.
Hell yeah!
Let's go.
I always wanted to fight. Fights are great.
Okay, they're pretty large and they're scaly, but they're made of bone basically, so they look not quite so stout. I'll just put it that way. Their bones are connected to each other along thin joints. They distend into sharp like talons and spikes, and they move with the clatter of some bone fragments. But their eyes are unseeing, but they can sense you from some other kind of sense. And this one has locked onto you. Deimos, you've got some of this goop all over your arms, so it's focused on you.
Cool.
Alright. I want to shove Deimos out the door. No, I'm just kidding.
Euphemia, when'd you get back?
All right. So
I'm kidding, Deimos. If I ever did that, you would know there's absolutely something possessive.
No, we're all buddies here.
okay, this creature.
Other person here.
This creature is in front of you, and you're figuring, hold on a second, where did it come from? Because you never saw it walking up on you. It just kind of like appeared right in front of you. It suddenly lunges in to attack Deimos. Deimos, its big mouth opens up and it comes chomping in at you. Let's
Stay
see.
with my men.
Let's see, 1 second here. All right, so it launches out and it grabs onto your arm. You can feel blood kind of like oozing as its many sharp serrated teeth puncture into your right arm. Wrong one. Sorry. There. Roll me a Constitution saving throw. All right, so you pass. So that poison damage is cut in half. So you get 12 points back from poison
Now, if
damage.
I'm immune to poison, do I take any from it if I pass it?
Are you immune to
Because I can
poison?
totally.
Or just
I'm
poison?
immune to poison. I'm immune to poison, but I can totally see this being super good poison. But I'm just wondering if I pass the test and also have immune to poison, if it would negate it.
Let me see here. Poisons have no effect on you. You're immune to the poison condition and have immunity to poison damage. Okay, you take no damage, so you get 23 back.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's nice. Okay, so it crunches into you, and you can feel it grabbing onto you, but then in a flicker, thing vanishes in front of your eyes, still holding onto you.
Oh shit.
Okay, and you can still feel it grabbing onto your arm, and in fact, as it's holding onto you, it kind of you feel some spiny claws just like getting like come in, like three or four spines just come in and like penetrate your body from the sides and from your shoulders and your side, that kind of thing. One goes in through your leg. Okay. All right. You're kind of held in place right there as the thing has skewered you with its spines and its claws, and it is also invisible. All right. Okay. This one comes rushing down the hall. Like this. And you guys see it kind of flicker in and out of visibility, and all of a sudden it appears like right back here. And it is going to attack you, Pepin.
Oh shit. Going after the mage is never a good idea.
Okay. Bite into Pepin. Pepin makes a Constitution saving throw, which he succeeds, so he only takes half of this. Okay. Second attack on Pepin. Hits. There you go. Constitution saving throw. Constitution saving throw.
Good.
Up there. Oh, hold on.
For some reason.
That's weird. Put it on Pepin. There we go. Succeeds, so he takes half of this. Alright. Pepin, your turn.
This motherfucker, I was gonna be nice, and
Yeah.
wow, that escalated quickly. So he's got me in his freaking jaws,
Yes, one arm just like crunched down on your shoulder, on your left shoulder. One his mouth crunched on your left shoulder, and some of its spines just like stabbing you.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Acid Bolt,
Okay.
and I'll cast it at 5th level. So I have 3 bolts of acid that just transfer from my hands right into his freaking mouth.
Okay. All right, those all hit. You hear the thing screeching as you can see the bone. The acid hits him, and he's not visible, but you can see the acid forming over where his body actually is, and you can see it. You hear the sizzling, and you see the chemical corrosion rising in the air as it screeches as it's beginning to eat away at his very bone flesh.
Okay, and then you know what? I'm gonna add a 1st level spell slot to that, and add 2d10 force damage.
So
That's what I get.
some more damage to him. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got it.
That's my turn.
Okay, Albrecht, you're up. You can see Pepin blasting into it. And you can see effects of the acid damage being on him. You can see Deimos being held in place by this creature, by an invisible creature. He looks really weird. But the creature that Pepin is attacking, you can see the one that Deimos is being held by. You can't necessarily see.
Okay. I am going to rage as my bonus action. Going to let me hack. And I'm going to probably just get my second attack in. Because yeah, it's action and bonus action, and I'm not going to move, so I'll just get 2 attacks in.
Okay, on the one that's holding Deimos.
Leak Pepin.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
I'll attack recklessly because what else am I going to do with my life? And I'll attack with my Sword of Kos. That.
Okay. That's a hit. Alright.
That's it.
Chunks
Yeah,
of
that's it for my turn.
Yeah, chunks of bone go flying and breaking off it. You actually cut off like one of its arms, and it just shatters and crumples down to the ground. Pepin, that was the arm that was impaling you on some of its spikes. So your movement is kind of free. You just as a reaction, you kind of like pull the spikes out of your side. The creature releases you, Pepin, as it's succumbing to Albrecht's vicious attack. Down the hallway, you hear screeches as these other creatures begin to, like one rushes into this room over here where the other one's feeding and begins to feed on this other guy as well. Deimos, your turn.
Deimos is going to just go basic super Deimos. I'm assuming I can kind of tell this thing that's in front of me, right?
Well, it's holding on to you, so yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of know that it's there. I'm gonna punch it. Which one is it? Is it 1? No,
Oh, it's number 2.
2. Okay.
You see it? Here.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Sorry. I just didn't see the combat tracker. So I'll punch it.
All right. As your fist busts into it, you're able to figure out where it is because it's grabbing onto you. You can feel the crunch of bone underneath your fist.
So I'll just do that. And this poor son of a bitch, as I hit him, I'm going to try to grapple around his neck. And I kind of try to pull its like head/neck towards Albrecht because I know shit going to get real.
Okay. So you forcefully you grab onto it. It's already biting onto you. You just kind of move your shoulder around and pull it closer to Albrecht.
Yep, and I give Albrecht a slight wink, and on my turn.
Okay.
Are you like wanting me to attack it?
Oh, whenever. I'm just holding it there. I know you got the other one first, but I'm kind of holding this in
I
place
want to
to make
save
it easier
Pepin
for you.
first.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. So this
Pepin
one that you're
number
holding,
one.
this one that you're holding on to, Deimos, you still can't see it. You crunched into it. You felt the breaking of bone underneath your fists, but then it releases you for a little bit, and you can't see it, but you feel something shift in the air, as from its invisible, basically its state of invisibility, attacks. Shit.
Whew.
All right, and that was its recharge effect. Okay. And that's all that happens. All right, number 4. That's in front of you, Pepin. It lashes out with one of like claws attack on you. Misses, and it lashes out with a bite attack at Albrecht. That's a 25 to hit.
Hit me. Yep, that's gonna miss. See to 26.
Okay.
Noise.
That's a turn. Pepin, you're up.
All right. Is this guy visible? The one that's in front of me?
He is, because you burned it with acid, so it's like parts of him are invisible. Enough for you to be able to see where he is.
Okay. Cool. In that case, I'm gonna choke a bitch.
Oh, what are you gonna tell it?
I'm just gonna do the Vader. There's gonna be the dun 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 music playing in the background, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna choke you like I've been choking my penis since I started going crazy.
Oh. Oh.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie, I occasionally like to engage in some light choking. You know, just nothing that leaves marks. You know, I do like that, but just some light choking.
I want to slap him across the face. He's a child.
He only takes 2d4 damage, but he has disadvantage on attack rolls
Okay, for how long?
until he saves. He gets a save at the end of each of his turns.
Okay, that's his number 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the effect? This attack.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I added it.
Okay.
Okay.
That way I can have it for mine.
Anything else?
Let's see. So that's my concentration. No, that's it.
All right. Albrecht, you're up.
Okay, since I have a long sword now and not just a great sword, I think I'm going to do something I've never done before. Become a Deimos, and I'm going to attempt to grapple this bitch.
Oh, this guy's fucked.
I want to grapple him.
Number 4? Okay.
Yeah. It's just athletics, right?
Yes. Okay, you win.
And then I will, as my bonus action, he'll take the spiked retribution damage, so he'll take that. And as my bonus action, I'm going to hit him with my spiked armor.
Okay.
I should have had advantage on that, but
You can roll again.
yeah, just to see if I critted.
No. Okay.
And the reason I had advantage is not because I attacked recklessly, but rather the fact that of my grappler feat, just so you know.
That works.
Whew, is it getting hot in here?
Anything else?
I know, that's it.
All right. So as you hit it, this creature that you're beating into doesn't, like I said, one of its arms is cut off, its head is cracked. Yeah.
Realize the grappling only replaced one of my attacks, so I still actually have an attack with my sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that real quick. As advantage because of I'm grappling him.
How many sessions are we in?
How many what?
Like 100 sessions in, right?
Yeah, this is session 100.
Cool. So yeah, I just thank you, Albert, for reminding me. Yeah, I get advantage in attack rolls against gods on grappling. Who would have fucking guessed?
Yeah, I think we have the attack, don't we?
Yep.
And since it takes one arm to grapple, this is only a one-armed attack. That's why it's a D8 instead of a D10.
Okay.
Nice.
Now that's my turn. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're good. All right. So the thing, I'm playing with my mic levels. All right. The thing screeches in pain as you guys have torn into it. Like I said, one of its arms is broken off, its head is cracked, one of its jaws is broken, teeth are all littering over the ground, and you've currently grappled it and you're forcing it into submission. It lets out that nasty, like, metallic, screeching howl, and you hear some shifting down the hallway, and you see another one charging out from here before it goes invisible. Okay. Then all of a sudden, Albrecht, let's see here. Okay. You
That will
feel
definitely hit.
you feel a series of sharp spines suddenly just gouge into your body, 4 or 5 or 6 of them, but they're not from in front of you, they're not from the side of you, they're actually from above you, as this creature is up on the ceiling, clinging to the ceiling. Let's see. So you are suddenly impaled. All these things pass through you and skewer you to the ground. They're pushing all, they basically just impaled you and have passed through and have stuck into the ground. You are restrained where you are, and you also take the piercing damage. Okay. And then from there, with you being restrained, this creature above you does one more attack. Restrained to Albrecht. Alright. Damos, your turn.
Alright, shit. Can I try to use him as a improvised weapon as I try to slap him over on this bone number 4?
Which one?
The dude right in front of me.
He
The
is-
grappling.
Oh.
If not, no biggie. I can just keep trying to break his neck a bit more.
Yes. You can try. He's pretty big, and I don't know if
Yeah.
he hauls through the door so easily. I mean, if you make an athletics check and it's a really solid one, you might be able to whip him around.
Well, I'll try to get him a little bit faster. I'm gonna punch him in the face once.
Okay.
Get over here, bro.
That's a hit. Alright, you feel the crunching of bone.
then I'll do my second one on him. So I'm super fast right now.
Yeah.
All right, and then this is my athletics thing for that. Just try if I can slam him.
Okay. You pull on him and you feel bone cracking and breaking, but you're not quite able to break him through the door. But you do feel that his the head piece that you're pulling on is beginning to detach. And I'm gonna add a little bit more damage for that. Yeah, he's not looking so good. Okay. Bone Hunter number 5 goes invisible, hearing the screams and cries. Bone Hunter 2, which is the one that is your grappling Deimos, does not recharge its breath attack, or its recharge attack. But in desperation, with you grappling it, it's going to lash out at you a couple times.
Oh, bro, what was that for?
Okay, one spine through the side, and that's all that makes it through to you. Alright, Bone Hunter number 4, which is being... Let's see, are you grabbing this one, Albrecht?
Yeah, I have him grappled.
Alright, but you are also fully spiked through by Bone Hunter number 1. Alright, so this one is going to do its best with you grappling it. It's going to claw at you, just these series of like shredding and raking claws with its hind legs, just like tearing at you. Are you immune to poison too?
I think you're resistant. Or are you? Damage?
Dwarf abilities. That's right.
Well, you succeed.
Dwarven resilience.
20.
I have advantage on saving throws against poison, and I have resistance to poison damage.
All right. Well, you take half of this again, so 18. So you get 9 back.
I take a quarter of that, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
But it already halves because you succeeded. So you took 18 and you get 9 back. Pepin, your turn.
And I technically have advantage on saving throws against poison, but because of the sword, which gives me disadvantage on saving throws against poison.
Yeah, you still crit it though.
Alright, so
I'd still crit, so...
my little boy magic hands
Mhm.
are choking this bitch. Then bonus action, I'm gonna cast ghost armor on myself. Then here's his save for the choke.
Failed.
Okay, so he still has the disadvantage on the attack. And then for my main action, I'm gonna Toll the Dead.
Stacked. Of advantage.
What does that do?
against me.
Toll the Dead?
Yeah.
Like I suck the energy from his body, and he just like turns into this skinny, dried out, cool monster dude, and he falls to the ground.
Yeah, so you suck whatever kind of vitality was left in the bones out from him, and the thing just begins to break, and the bones become brittle, and they begin to crumble under their own weight, and the thing just collapses down to the ground in a pile of small, softish kind of chunks of bone.
Oh.
Albert.
Yeah, bitch.
So Bone Hunter number 1 has me restrained.
Correct.
I got it. 4 is dead.
Yes.
Okay, I want to move on to Bone Hunter number 1. First attack to
So
grapple
he's
him.
up in the corner of the room. He's hanging on the ceiling.
I am going to... Well, if he's got me pinned through, I'm just going to grab one of the things and try to yank him down and grapple him.
Okay.
So, here's my athletics.
Alright, so he's going to be hard to say dexterity to resist that. So it'll just be strength. He detaches from the ceiling and he comes hurtling down. Smashes down the ground in front of you.
I'll have him grappled. I have advantage on my roll with my sword. I have disadvantage. Oh, is it because I'm restrained?
Yeah.
Would I be restrained anymore?
Yeah, you're still basically skewered to the ground.
No. I forgot to target. Crash on me.
Okay. Is that it?
That is. That hits?
Yes, that hits.
Okay. Sorry, my Wi-Fi does that sometimes. It'll freeze Discord out. Oh, here's the damage for my sword. 1 again with my spiked armor, which should have advantage. Oh, there's the damage. I would have taken this when I grappled him.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm still playing with my microphone levels. All right, Bone Hunter number 1, which is the one that you were attacking, turns on you. A couple more bite attacks. One there. Constitution saving throw.
That does hit, yeah.
Constitution saving throw. You succeed. So you take half, then half again. So you get 7 back.
7 back. I'll do that.
Okay. Claw attack.
That's.
All right. That's all it's got. Deimos, your turn.
All right. Punchy, 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 punchy.
Okay, what does it look like?
All right, so he's just like biting there. I'm just like reaching my hand into his jaw, and he's just like dead and shit. So I punch in there. I grab like a spinal cord or some random thing, and I pull it back out. Just kind of pull his head off.
Yeah, it breaks apart underneath your hands, and you have his detached head attached. Its spine basically is connected to its head, and you have it hanging from your hand.
And then I turn around and I see this other bone thing touching my Brotonia over there. And I shove his buddy's head inside of his head as I punch him with it because it's still attached to my hand.
Okay.
No one touches him. And then I'm gonna try to like grapple him as I'm reaching around trying to grab that spinal cord inside of there too.
Okay.
And that would be my turn.
All right. So you manage to reach in, and you grab a hold of something back there in the back of its throat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Deimos, from across the hall, you a bunch of spines comes piercing out at you as well. They
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
The mic look would be working right now, would it? Nah.
No. They pass right through your body, and they stab into the floor, like 6 or 7 of them, kind of like what happened to Albrecht.
Oof.
Okay. And then another claw attack comes at you because you are restrained. It misses. Alright, you're being held by this bone hunter across the hall. Alright, bone hunter number 3. Drops out of visibility. Rushes through. Then from the ceiling, above you, Pepin,
Yeah, that hits.
okay, you are pierced through and also restrained by these bone shards, these narrow filaments of bone that pass completely through your body and stab into the ground behind you. You begin to bleed through the multiple holes that have gone through you. One is through your lung, one is through your kidney. It sucks. It really hurts right now. Okay. Pepin, your turn. You're restrained there. And also in much pain.
Yeah, this hurts. And so I'm gonna return the favor. I'm gonna use my... Oh shit, I did have it. I did have shield. Okay. For next time. Hold on, I know. Master Magic, is that it? No. Spell Secrets, I think it's... Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna use Spell Secrets.
Okay.
To change the saving throw to a Charisma saving throw.
Okay.
On this 8th level Disintegrate.
Okay. Fails.
Ooh, by 1. And you know what? I'm gonna add an extra level 1 spell slot to do more damage. Here we go.
Ooh. A large chunk of it just turns into bone dust and comes pouring down from the sky like this fine white powder. You're basically looking at it like a big chunk, a big hole cut out of its side. A whole, third of its torso is just evaporated. Albrecht, your turn.
Okay. Number 1's still alive. I'm going to him by using to essentially grapple him again. So I'll pin him. He technically gets a chance to beat it, but
No, he's not doing that.
so him and I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. If you see, are both restrained, so yeah. That's applied to me. And then I'll still attack him with my sword. I will attack recklessly again.
Dang, girl.
That would be a crit.
Yep. Here's the damage. I haven't moved, so yep, just straight up damage.
Okay.
And he takes another one of these because he's still grappled to me, and then spiked armor.
Okay. As you shatter this one into pieces, breaking off the bones there, punching through your body, and just tearing him piece by piece apart. Lots of him goes clattering to the ground. You see that these things have. You look around and you see that these things have. Their resolve is beginning to waver. Deimos, you look up and you see that this one that's impaled you from across the hallway begins to retreat slightly. What do you do?
All right. As he does that, he retreats slightly. This one, number 3, who's attacking this poor little innocent boy, and staring kind of more into this Hunter 5's eyes. I'm gonna just kind of reach back and I'm grabbing onto him and just pound him in the face. And show him what happens.
Okay. Hits. damage there. Oof.
Oh. And then I pull his head towards him, and I just shake his head and say, "No, we should just be friends. I
Okay.
love animals. Animals are my friends."
All right. As you see this happen, and you've still got these things skewering you. You feel them suddenly retract out of you, and blood begins to flow where they used to be. This creature from across the hallway lets out a screech and turns and begins to sprint down in this direction. And as it reaches the hall here, it vanishes. Alright. Pep and Albrecht, Deimos, what do you want to do now? All three of you.
What the fuck were those things?
I'm guessing those are the bone collectors. I want to head to the main, just the driver's area and see if we can get this show on the road.
That'd be a smart idea.
Alright. You guys head up the caravan and begin to walk up towards the front of the caravan, and everywhere you see, you hear around you, you see there's about a dozen of these things that you in immediate sight, just like rushing off, some towards the front of the train in this direction that you're heading, and some still gripping away at targets. They're tearing into bone, they're consuming bone. Some of them are rushing away. It's general chaos and general anarchy all around you. But as you get further and further towards the front of the train, they remove these restraint conditions from you guys. As you get closer and closer to the head of the train, you see several of them running in that direction, and at the front you see the driver, the caravan head up there, facing off with a couple of them. His arm has been ripped off completely, and this creature has it dangling from his mouth, right? And you hear him saying, "No, what are you doing?" He says, "We had a deal." And this thing is just in front of him, just like menacing over him. And he looks up at you guys and he says, "What have you done? You resisted. You broke the terms of the bargain."
We weren't told about that.
Do you need help with that? I'm gonna go flame arrow and send a flame arrow at the thing.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage. You guys are all coming on it from behind, so you surprise it.
Ooh, gross.
Okay.
And then there's just I'll cast this right now. It's a little tiny sacred flame.
Okay. Albrecht, what do you do?
How far away is it?
You just enter the car. It's about 15 feet away from you.
15 or 50?
15.
If it met, right, I'll fix this.
I want to go up to him, and I'm going to try to off of him.
Do what?
The captain, and try to pull the creature off of him.
Okay. Okay.
I'm assuming
Athletics?
Yes.
been more than 5 minutes
Since what?
since our battle.
No, you're still within 5 minutes. You're on the tail end of it. But you guys were fairly close to the front of the caravan. All right.
I'll
So-
just keep track of my thing.
All right, Albert, you grab onto it, and you're holding it, and you pull it away off the captain. All right. He looks at your face, and there's genuine fear in his eyes.
He says, "Get that thing away from me."
The thing is clawing and shrieking, sharp bones and shrapnel just like flying everywhere.
So here's a real question: can I like hold this thing, like hold it just enough to try to keep it away from the captain, but able to like threaten him with it? Like I'm trying to
Yeah.
be intimidating.
Yeah, I mean, you had a
Okay.
30-something athletics. You can hold it. So it's within a few inches of him. It's snapping, it's clawing and
Okay.
shrieking.
So I assume he asked me to get this thing away from him, right?
Yes.
I'm going to look him straight in the eye. I'm going to say to him, I'll gladly be rid of this monstrosity as long as you answer a few questions for me.
He's backing up. His arm is torn off. He's against the wall, and like his eyes are full of fear. He says, "What do you want to know?" And he's
I
like,
want to know
cowering a little bit.
who put the on our door last night.
How do you know about that? Who told you?
Told us. I heard you do it and saw it, and saw the I don't know what to call it with my own eyes.
Well,
And so this thing is snapping in front of him. He says,
I did it. I did it, okay?
And now, why would someone, very intelligent being like yourself, go and do such a damn foolish thing?
Because there's a toll that's demanded of us, and you gave me that pathetic fucking tip.
250. I look at Deimos and I say, "I'll give you this one, buddy." I said, "Well, now that's just not a nice thing to do.
250
Outsiders such
blood
as ourselves."
That's a decent
I
amount.
kind of look at Deimos and I look at Pepe and I say, "Wouldn't you guys agree with that?" Because
Yeah.
I'm holding this thing back still.
I mean, this guy, like, we have 250 blood chips. That's like
Yeah.
enough to buy some souls. Like, who the fuck does this guy think he is?
I'm
That's a lot of
masturbating
shit.
again.
I'm talking to Deimos at this point. Then, no offense, Pepe.
No, I'm just like, seriously? Like, what does this guy think he is? Like, how many blood chips do you think you get for your life? Like,
So I say, now, however, there is something that you can do for us, and we will be able to help you with your what are the bone worm problem?
Yeah, and we won't fuck you up.
What?
Yeah.
What? I think it might be too late. But what do you propose? And get this fucking thing away from me.
I say, now just calm down. I will get rid of this thing once I know that you are compliant. I will tell him that basically he needs to get this move in with it to Balsifer within the next Chronos. And from there, we're going to plan directly to the Baron, and he can probably make sure that your caravan and your life aren't forsaken.
He says, as fast as we can. I think you may be right.
he stands up. He says,
Get it out of our way. We need to move. We need to move now.
Okay. I'm glad we have come to an understanding, sir. And I'm going to go throw this. And I also tell him, we'll provide security and basically keep the things off the damn train.
he says,
And I'll go throw this bone worm off the side of the caravan.
okay. As you toss it off the edge, you hear him cracking this large like flagella like type of thing with cat of nine tails across the air, and the dozen or so 10 or 12 skeletal steeds, massive skeletal steeds in front of the caravan rear up, and they toss off a couple of the, like a bone hunter that's on the back of them, and then begin to run. Some bone hunters fall off that were attached to the side of the caravan and crushed under the wheels. A few of them are on top, and you see other creatures throwing them off. As the captain shouts out through basically the intercom through the chain, through magical means, he says,
This is your captain speaking. We are making all haste to Baal Safir. The terms of the toll have been broken. Scavrix is going to be upset. Yes. Throw off these bone hounds and pray to whatever devil you worship or serve, that we can outrun Scarvix.
"Hyah!" And he shouts out and cracks his whip again, and it echoes through the air, and then the steeds begin to really bear down and run in their running. He turns back to you. He says,
This has never been done in my tenure before. The Bonehounds, they exact a toll, but it's always a limited number of bones and souls that they take. Scarvrix is fair, if not demanding. But she will be displeased. Why did you have to resist? You damn fucking mortals.
and he cracks his whip again as the steeds begin to race across the boneway.
So let me get this straight. You wanted those things to kill us, and when we didn't let them, you got mad because now something might come and kill us?
Well, the main reason is mad is because we didn't tip him very well, apparently.
Oh.
He says,
No, you were supposed to die peacefully. But yes,
Sounds like a jerk.
hey, I lost an arm. You got cut up a little bit. Let's call it fair and square, and just hope we all get out of this shithole alive.
I can agree to that.
Alright, fair enough.
okay. All right. So you guys are here on the boneway, like right here-ish. Okay. And he begins to just haul ass across the way. He's like,
I'm gonna drive these steeds until they fall apart.
and he cracks his whip again, and they double down, bone chips flying off of their hooves, and they're really leaning into it. He says,
At this rate, we might be able to make it to Baal Safir within the chronos. But if fucking Scarvix is on our tail, who knows if we'll make it. Let's just hope we can outrun her.
Well, do you think maybe we should get a little nap in? A nappy nap? A short of the short kind? Just in case she does catch up? We could be sort of ready?
I don't give a fucking damn what you do. When she shows up, she's gonna be tearing this caravan apart. I hope you guys are ready to do something about it to save your own lives. And mine, of course.
Well, I wasn't talking to you, but okay. Guys, what do you think?
I'm down for a nappy nap. I don't get anything personally, but
Well, yeah, I mean,
I get to roll hit die.
hit dice.
I don't use those anymore, guys. Don't you remember?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think as a wizard I get some
Yeah, you get a
spells back,
spell
right?
thingy, yeah.
Half of your wizard level rounded down. Spell slots,
That would
if
be
I
10.
Just
I mean,
modifier. Either way, it's a decent amount.
Yeah, if we think it's going to take an hour, so we might as well at least get some sort of benefit out of this before we get whatever happens.
okay.
Yeah, I will attempt to take a short rest while patrolling for bones. I will patrol since I don't need a short rest. And these guys will attempt to take a short rest while we travel.
Okay. All right. some time goes by. You settle down. The adrenaline from your encounter with the bone hunters subsides, and you guys rest, regaining whatever resources you had available to you. And I think I made a picture for this. Where is that picture?
Oh, we're fucked then if he's got an actual picture.
I didn't make a token. I have a picture. I didn't make a token.
Fair enough.
Forgot to make a token.
Oh, this kind of sucks.
What's that?
I do regain spell slots half my level, but it can only be none can be slots higher than 6th. Okay, so I'm gonna get back.
First. It could be none, could be higher than 3rd.
Yeah.
That's the wizard
get
thing,
back-
right?
Yeah, 5th, a 4th, and a 1st, I guess.
Gain any at all. Be thankful, Pep.
Yeah. No, this is good. I got some pretty good 4th and 5th level spells now.
I was pulling your chain.
Okay.
I was looking for freaking shield. I'm like, I know I took shield. There's no way I would not have taken shield. But I
I
have
was
it
about
in
to say.
the spell mastery list. The one that I have, I can cast them for free.
All right. So,
For free?
that's right. You can cast them for free.
That's so good.
About a couple hours in to your, a little bit more than that. 4 or 5 hours later, you gather that the Bonehounds had to return to Scarvix, giving a report of resistance and the breaking of the deal, and Scarvix began to move as soon as she heard. But you see, like, you know what a whale looks like as it beaches above, as it crests above the water and crashes back down again, in the ocean.
Yep.
You're on the Boneway, and off in the wastes, the black wastes off to your side, you swear you see this massive, large creature with created of bone and sinew, completely stripped of flesh, crest above the surface of the ground, eyes and mouth blazing in green, like poisonous viscous spray, and descend back down into the ground in this huge slam. It's running in parallel towards you, but moving at an angle, like an intercept angle. It's crests above the surface of the ground again and smashes back down. Long vertebrae-like protrusions rushing up behind it. It's absolutely massive. It's about as long as the caravan itself.
Holy shit. That's a cool
I'm
picture.
using barbarian brain powers. How long until it hits us?
It's a couple hundred yards away, maybe like half a mile away is what you could tell, maybe, so in the 800-yard range away. But you see it cresting up and slamming down. Like I said, it's running parallel to the caravan. So this is, let's see here, clear drawing. Oopsie.
And about how far from the city are we?
You are. Shit. Why can't I? There we go. So on the parchment, so if the caravan is on the road, on the Boneway, going in this direction here. Oops. There we go. Right. Scarvix is up here. Right, moving like this, like that. So at an intercept angle, keeping all speed, trying to move and keep pace with you guys, but also looking to gradually intercept. Over as time goes by, she'll gradually be getting closer and closer to the caravan.
But she's at a very very gradual intercept angle.
Yeah, you figure it. The way she's moving. She's pretty far off right now. It's like I said, about a half a mile. And she's got a little bit of catching up to do. She's not quite parallel with you. I'd say she's a little bit further back, but she's definitely in hot pursuit.
Okay, so I'm gonna try this. I don't think it'll work, but
Do something real quick, Elwin.
let's see. For alchemical casting, if I spend an extra second level spell slot on whatever, I can make a range 1 mile. So if she's half a mile, I'm gonna try to cast slow. Maybe slow her down a little bit, give us an edge.
Really?
That's better. That's better than what I was gonna do.
Well, you can cast slow at that range. Holy crap! How does that work? Wait, so second level.
It's here. Let me link the alchemical
It's
casting.
1 mile. Holy cow!
Oh yeah.
There you go.
It's kind of cool.
Wait. I bet you might just thinking around. Wait. Did I say 1 mile? I meant half
that's
mile. I
fine.
meant 2
That's pretty
miles.
cool. That's pretty
You
cool.
were slightly out of 1 mile.
That's
And
pretty
then
cool.
slow is one of my
1.01
signature
miles.
spells.
Okay. All right. Roll.
That's a good.
Let's see. What's
Oh,
your
please get
casting
it.
modifier? Is it a intelligence?
Yeah.
All right, intelligence check.
Intelligence check.
Oof, I wish I could guide you. I wish.
Okay.
That's not bad.
That's actually
All
pretty
right,
good.
Evan. So, seeing this
Did
happen.
you
right?
say Arcana check? Oh, same shit, pretty much.
Seeing this massive creature, drawing closer on an intercept course to the caravan, just like again cresting above the ground and smashing back down onto it, and then hundreds of feet later bursting above the surface again and raging and twisting and spitting this green slime in the air before smashing back down, rage pouring through her whole body. You sit at the edge of the caravan, basically of the car that you're in, basically sitting on the roof, your arms hanging, your legs dangling off the side. Just focusing on this creature. You close your eyes, and you concentrate on a single thought of range, of distance. You focus. You conjure the somatic elements for a slow spell. But as you focus your mind and you hone your thinking, you just will yourself through sheer force of strength and will to make it reach out and touch this monstrous being, hundreds of yards away, thousands of feet away. As you do so, some brief memories of a lesson that your master taught you on how the larger the creature is, that even a simple spell can affect it if placed in the right way. You open your eyes, and a small prayer on your lips. You release the spell and just wish it to have some kind of effect on the creature. As you let it go, the arcane energy just kind of dissipates off into the sky, heading quickly in the direction of Scarvix. Scarvix is again crests above the earth and smashes down a few hundred feet later into the brittle ground beneath it. And next time it surfaces, a good 10 seconds later, you see it rise up into the sky, and as best as you can tell, and maybe it's wishful thinking, maybe it's your eyes playing tricks on you, but you can swear that she didn't quite leap so high as she did the previous time, and slams down to the ground again. And you're watching watching, and over the course of minutes, it becomes evident to you that the amplitude, the height of her jump is not quite as high, and she's not covering quite as much ground as she was before. All right.
All right, guys.
I'll
I
give
think-
you a slap on the back and say, "There you go, kid."
Oh, I feel so proud of myself.
Okay. How long does slow last?
Let me check. Not long. Shit, just 1 minute.
So for the next minute, as you're watching it, this creature begins to rapidly lose ground as she begins to pull farther and farther away from the caravan. You're maintaining concentration, and you're just the strain of maintaining your concentration over a full half mile or more is pretty significant. But you see her steadily losing ground, and then after a full 60 seconds have passed, your mind just gives up and the spell dissipates, and you hear this raging screech echo across the plain as she redoubles her efforts and launches herself into the sky again, quickly regaining her full speed.
Well, I hope that bought us.
Yeah, it bought us a little bit of time.
She lost a fair bit of ground, and if slowed down to half speed for a full minute, with the speed that the caravan was going, she did lose quite a bit of ground.
How far from Balsafur are we? On the horizon?
Now, do you see what I mean by Scarvix, and why I say we are fucked?
How strong are you at fighting?
Hey, look at me. Look at this face. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Okay.
I said you would do well with our talking backpack then.
He says, at this speed, if our horses do not give up, we can make it in 3 hours' time.
From my knowledge, how fast would I guess that these horses are moving? Like, what's their speed?
Oh, they're moving pretty quickly. They're at full exertion. As a barbarian, I mean, you're used to living creatures, but these things they're at death pace, meaning if you were to run a live horse to its limits this long, at this rate, it's basically the speed at which a horse will die.
My question is, are they running faster than my speed?
Yes. Oh, much faster than your speed.
Okay. I thought I could be helpful, but I can't.
Much faster than your speed. Okay, yeah, they're probably in the range of 150 to 200 feet per second. Or per turn.
Holy shit.
Per round.
Oh, okay.
Not per second, per round.
Oh, per 6 seconds.
Yeah.
That's still quite impressive.
Okay.
It's my stupid plan of jumping out in front of them and on, but
Alright, what you gonna do?
Well,
spell slots
Shit.
does that take up?
I can. I don't have slow as a spell. I have it as a signature spell, so I can only cast it once per rest. So
3 hours?
Yeah.
Do you want to take another hour rest and do that again?
Do you want to try doing that?
let me see how
Ooh.
that works, though.
Damos
Is it
not
rest, or is
smart
it
enough.
long rest or short rest?
And that's what I'm checking.
Oh, it's short rest, so
Choose 2 third-level wizard spells. You can, when you cast it, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest. Yeah.
You gamers. Alright. Alright, you can try to take a short rest. Deimos, what do you have to say?
Deimos is playing guard wipe because Deimos ain't got no cool stuff. I'm looking at this thing. I'm just like, I'm trying to think of ways that even if Deimos is like on top of Albrecht when Albrecht's on large on his shoulders, it's like I don't even know if we could wrestle this thing to the ground. And I'm thinking of all the moves.
You guys ever see that movie with Denzel Washington where like the train is they're on a train, he's a train conductor, and it's like a runaway train, and like they're
Yep.
like Saturday Night Live did a spoof of it because there's a line in the movie about how the train is like the size of the Chrysler Building, and the Saturday Night the SNL skit kept making fun of that. It's the size of the Chrysler Building, right? So that's kind of what's going through my mind right now. This thing is rushing towards you. It's the size of the Chrysler Building.
Like, I'm thinking of how epic it would be to just suplex it, but for some reason, even big beefcake dude and beefcake lady, I don't know if it's possible.
Wait. How many horses are pulling this thing?
I said 10.
Can we? Shit! I don't got crap for that. I'm not playing my sorcerer.
Okay, so
As haste.
let's see. It lasts. Oh no, it only lasts 1 minute. So no, they would no.
Yeah, they just exhaust, yeah.
So Scarvix is catching up slowly. Best guess, you think she's going to intercept you within? It would have been an hour, but now with Elwyn slowing it down, about an hour and a half.
Now, what would happen
Ellen,
if
you take another nap and do that again.
that's our backup plan? So, Albrecht, I want to ask you a question. If you enlarge, and then I give you a potion of growth, do you get even bigger?
To the great god Midas about this one.
I'm only asking for scientifical reasons.
You guys have never tried it?
Oh,
It would be super fucking awesome.
Would my my stuff increase by a factor of 6 then?
You guys have never tried it.
Don't know, but I think that would be super duper cool.
Are we guessing
I'm
this thing
thinking
is larger than what's his face? Than
Hold on, guys. I actually didn't know I had this prodigious memory. I can switch one of the spells that I have prepared as a bonus action, so I can prepare. I can switch off one of the spells I have prepared for slow, and I can do that 2 more times without having to take a rest.
Okay.
good buddy.
Yeah, so you could like keep doing the slow spam. It's we just sit here totally not crying, and then if you take a nap, it'll probably take a while for this guy to catch up, and then we could maybe even survive.
I think we got it. But Deimos, just because I'm curious.
Yeah, this is a super cool idea, I
Midas.
think.
Uh-huh.
Wait, what happens if we
Bigger
both?
than Inkamel?
No.
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 But what happens if? So, like, let's say I get.
Is this about as
he
big
enlarges.
as the Dragon Lords?
Yeah. It's a different kind of creature. It's a worm. It's long, is what it is.
Oh, sorry.
I like this idea if Pepin can't cast a spell for whatever reason.
Yeah, I say we definitely go with Pepin, which is our reliability thing of trying to slow
Plan
stuff. He's playing. He's definitely playing alpha. Yeah. But if not, I have 2 of these potions, and I would want to give you one, and then give me one, so I can be just a giant riding on top of a super giant spec.
So Albrecht, right? Like I said, it's long. It's really long. It's not, I mean, so this tree here, right? That's 15 feet. So that's about as tall as you are when you're in large size, right? I mean, compared to Inkamel, like, that's probably his foot.
Yeah.
So
This guy's a bitch compared to Inkamel. We had Dragon Lords.
or maybe like,
So
like
he's
that's
about.
his foot's like that.
Yeah. Also, we're just in the first level of hell. We ain't got shit here.
So
All right.
these
So
are
I
about the size as of the Dragon Lords.
All right.
Well,
So
in
I
length,
went ahead
if
and
you
switched.
added all her
Sorry.
length together, probably. But the thing is, it's,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So it's a third of a Dragon Lord.
We would need. I don't know if we necessarily need a giant spell, but I want to do it. But I don't know if we necessarily need it.
Yeah. Oof.
All right.
I want to
Elwyn.
do it also.
All right, Elwyn, you're gonna try to cast the spells again.
Yeah, I switched Chromatic Orb for slow with my
Okay.
spell secrets,
Okay.
and then I burned the second and the third level spell slots.
Okay,
So twice.
All right. Roll me 2 intelligence checks. It's the same fucking roll as your first one. Holy crap. Okay. You bought yourself another hour.
Okay.
Take that nap.
Now I can take a nap.
Okay.
All right, Albrecht. If worst comes to worst,
First comes to worst, buddy. I'm
No, dude.
ready for this.
It's not gonna work. Once per day, when you finish a short rest, I can do the thing to recover spell slot. I can't do it twice.
oof.
Still get your
Your signature though.
Yeah, but I'm out of second level spell slots, and that's the one that extended it to a mile.
Oh, you can't upcast it.
No, it has to be a second. Oh, let's see. It's the alchemical casting. I linked it.
I mean, we can necessarily see it though. So we're at 2.5 hours now total.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're a half hour short.
Half
Alright.
hour short.
What can we do to get an extra 30 minutes? Let's see.
All right. Albrecht, roll me a. Roll me a perception check, and then roll me a d20, and then roll me a perception check.
Oh. Perception check me better.
Pepin has an idea.
Yeah.
I get a maybe thing, but yeah, what's you got?
So we're only half an hour behind. As soon as it's almost upon us, we should be able to see the city, right? Since we're only
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be like half.
That's a massive.
I can
city.
teleport us into the city.
Also, I have 2 wall of stones. It's gonna be a very, very, very close call. But if it's within 120 feet, I can make
Well, does-
10 by 10 foot panels of just stone shit and try to face
Oh.
plant them.
And I got a wall of force too.
I was thinking,
Wall of Force would be better.
you know what I was like, if we could stack both of them, that's what I'm thinking of.
All right.
Then try to teleport. As much as an asshole as this guy is, I'm.
I can take 10 people. There's just 3 of us.
Well, no, we
no.
got 5 people.
5.
I
Four
say
of
that
us.
we should take the conductor because whatever. He can help us later,
All right. So
even
this.
though he's a dick.
Okay, so this is how this is playing out. So we're still time wise. You guys noticed it, rising and falling. Pepin, you cast slow on it. It begins to slow down. You're guessing, that you gained about half an hour. You use your spell secrets and cast slow a couple more times. You succeed your intelligence checks, and Scarvix drifts further and farther back. All right. You're looking out and you're figuring, she might catch you eventually. If what the conductor said, or the driver said, about 3 hours time, you're not sure. You think that she's going to catch you still when you're getting within range of the city. All right. Albrecht, completely surprising to you because you didn't notice it.
I'm like,
So basically, you guys sit and watch, and you're gauging time. Pep and you start trying to rest. As an hour goes by, you do get a short rest. Scarvix has closed the distance, but is still a fair ways out. You figure
about an hour and a half right now, right?
Yeah. So you're 2 hours from the city. You figure an hour and a half from Scarvix before you hear cursing and profanity from the front of the car where the driver is.
Horses.
And as it happens, you see one of the horses just collapse down to the ground, crumbling in a big bone heap. The other horses are behind it, swerve and try to go around it. One gets its foot caught, but it manages to stay afloat. The first wheels of the caravan strike the the crumpled body of the horse, and just blasts it into bits. Just this spray of rotted and dried flesh and bone dust and pieces and shards and shrapnel everywhere. It almost knocks it almost tips the whole caravan train over, the front car, but the combined weight of all the horses in front of it, still surging forward, manages to right it, and it comes slamming back down. This is the car that you guys are on. You guys manage to grasp onto the edge of the. Actually, roll a strength saving check, all of you, to see how well you can hang on to the edge of the car, because you guys, I imagine you guys are sitting on the top of the car right now, so you can see Scarvix. Pepin goes flying.
I'm lucky that.
I've been flexing my butt.
Pepin goes fucking flying. Oh, it's karma, you bitches. Your natural 20s in a row. Look at this. Okay, so look at this. Look. In the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls, there's been 3 natural ones. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
You grab him.
All right, Pepin goes as the car hits the body of this horse. Pepin goes flying off into the waste.
Since I rolled a nat 20, can I attempt to use some sort of thing to try to grab him?
You can
I
roll a
rolled
dexterity
2
check.
nat ones, dude.
You can roll a dexterity check to see how well, if you can react in time.
I'm super fucking fast. Look
No.
at me. I'm oh gosh dang it.
Disadvantage.
You reach out your hand, and you see your friend Pepin go like flying off into the wastes. Pepin,
As soon as I can react to something, as soon as I hit and take some damage or whatever happens, I'll
that and fall
dimension
damage.
door back
Okay.
onto it.
okay, burn the spell.
It-
Deimos, you're like, no. Poof. You see Pepin's right next to you with a big cut on his head.
I'm like, ow! Did you see that?
Holy shit, that scar's gonna get you a lot of bitches.
I like bitches.
Yeah, I know you do.
That actually slowed down the caravan a fair amount, and now you guys are not going quite as fast as when the horses has gone.
Dudes, I can do something, but it's gonna
How
use
about
my 9th
playing-
level spell slot.
Yeah.
What we got?
Since those horses are looking pretty tired, I can switch
No.
out my 9th level for a mass heal and give them all the energy that they have.
Now,
expired.
now I do want to point out this is I want to ask the DM of how well is Deimos in the knowledge of standard trigonometry?
What's your
It's
intelligence?
standard. Like they teach this stuff in like freaking like 5th, 6th, 7th grade.
Why? What are you trying to do?
It's I have an intelligence of 12.
Yeah, that's above average.
Oh, yeah, it's above average. Because I know if we're thinking about we're an hour and a half out, and we're going the standard like whatever the horse rate like of whatever 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, well, you were at 10 horses before, so now you're going 10% slower because one horse is gone.
Yeah, 10%. but judging by like how high we'd have to be in the air to actually see like the area for a transportation spell,
Mhm.
it's actually not that high. It would probably be roughly about like 327 feet.
To see into the city? Or
Well,
wait,
not to see the city. Because I know, yeah, if we're about 500 feet from that far away, we should easily be able to see most of the city.
yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
Standard curvature.
I mean,
So-
within. I see if you're an hour and a half out, in an hour you'll be able to see the city on the horizon. From half hour away, you'll be able to see the walls of the city, and like
Okay.
on the edge of the horizon. And as you get closer, they get larger and larger and larger.
All right, cool. Because I'm thinking that as a backup plan of we could have Elwyn. I mean, we don't have Elwyn. We could have a Pepin. Pepin, can you go in the air?
Hell yeah, I can.
Hell yeah, you can. Worst comes to worst, you could go in the air, see the city before we can see the city on the ground, and then we could teleport there. It's a worst case scenario.
Yeah.
And that's if we don't.
And we
I mean, I want to fight this thing, but I'm not very confident in it. I'll be honest.
Well, Well, I built this thing to be a fight for you guys when you had Elwyn. Not Pepin.
Well, I mean, Pepin's level 20 as well.
Yeah.
Hey, he's got a very similar mind for some crazy reason.
Yeah, but you know, he's kind of shitty.
A little.
He is level
My-
freaking 20. I like it.
My to hit with Pepin is plus 11. With Elwyn, it's like plus 21.
I know. Huge difference. All right.
Basically, Elwyn without the magic items, so.
We do have a sentient backpack, though. And a blippin. Lincoln, or whatever his name is.
Okay, as you guys are talking about this, time goes by, and you notice that you guys are going slower. Albrecht, roll me another d20.
Oh, Lord. On.
Okay. Only one more horse along the next hour fails, and again, the car smashes into its body, and the horse goes splattering everywhere. So now there's 8 horses pulling this massive caravan. Scarvix is looming closer and closer to you guys. In the meantime, let's see here. I'm going to change how we do this, but you
If we
guys,
do-
what?
If we do kill it, we would impress the shit out of the Baron.
We'd be probably a big deal in hell. Or at least a upper middle management level of decentness in hell.
Have to fight it at this point, unless... I mean, I think we should also try the Wall of Force.
Yeah, you guys haven't tried any of that stuff yet.
Yeah.
As it gets closer. What's the range of Wall of Force?
120.
Yep.
120 feet out? Oh, yeah, about that. Or wait, did you get a second level? Oh wait, you can't get second level.
No.
Yeah, when it's 120 feet out, try a Wall of Force. How big can you make that thing?
Stand by. I don't know if you could click on that.
And not.
It can't be free floating. Oh yeah, it can be free floating. Okay, so that works. Each panel, I create 10 by 10 panels that are 10 foot by 10 foot.
So 100 feet wide by 100 feet tall.
Yep.
Yeah, if you time it right and get it right as it's like breaching, I'd a shock for it. What's that?
Okay.
Yeah, and it can't be broken through. The only thing that can break through it is a disintegrate spell.
Oh, shit.
How many times can you cast that, Ellen?
A total of 3. With a
Alright, I
5th
mean-
level. A total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. If I want to use all my spell slots.
That's, worst case scenario, but
I mean, at least we'll probably take damage if it does jump into this wall at like full force.
exactly, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Until it's 120 feet out, and then you just basically play Battleship.
Yeah, and it just says nothing can physically pass through the wall, and it is immune to all damage and can't be dispelled by dispel magic. Yeah, a disintegrate spell destroys the wall instantly, however. That's the only thing.
Well, don't
Oh,
mix
and
up
the
your
wall
spells.
expands into the ethereal plane, blocking ethereal travel through the wall, so that thing can not go through it if it does that.
Okay. All right. So another half hour goes
What's
by.
the plan?
You guys are watching this thing draw closer and closer, and you realize that as your horses begin to waver, and this thing draws closer around the 45-minute mark, this thing is within 500 feet of the rear of the train. So, So this is the train, right? Scarvix has pulled up like right here. All right, you guys are both moving.
Okay,
in
we
this
gotta
direction.
wait till it's 120. time, I would have gone back up to the captain's place and just to tell him to keep driving. We'll handle anything going on in the back.
No shit, Sherlock. Of course I'll keep driving. Alright.
Midas laughing at.
No, I just thought it was funny. Of course he's gonna keep driving.
It's my
You
plan.
know, like I meant like don't worry about like security shit. We got that.
Alright. Okay.
Driving. Otherwise, he wasn't gonna get a tip at all.
Alright, you guys move back to the back of the train. Alright, so Scarvix is closing in, now 400 feet out. What are you doing?
20 feet.
What?
We have to wait till 120 feet.
Okay. You guys waiting that long? Alright, so 20 minutes goes by, and now Scarvix is just edging on the outside of 130-ish feet.
Okay, at this point, I'll start gauging, timing the thing's jumps. That on when it goes up, when it's about to leap out of the ground or whatever. That way, I can put a wall of force right on top of its face, so it can smash through, and it doesn't have time to veer
Okay.
away from it. What do you
Alright.
want me to roll?
I want you to roll an intelligence check.
Disadvantage?
Yeah. Well, it's been a full chronos since you guys were in here, and you guys are
Oh.
feeling the effects of
Oof.
this zone just kind of
Fair
seeping
enough.
away at your minds, and you're just feeling a little more tired and just not quite as sharp as you were the day before.
I know it won't help a buttload ton. It might help a little bit, but I do have this wall of stone. I got 2 scrolls, but I'll do one of them. Should I do a wisdom?
Yeah, and this would be intelligence also.
Oh, intelligence also. Okay.
Yeah. So, Elwin,
Mhm.
as you try to time it, at max range with the Wall of Force spell, Scarvix dips below, and you manage to place it so as she's erupting from the ground, you're off by 20 feet, basically. But instead of smacking her right in the face as she's erupting from the ground, you manage to place it like if she's erupting from the ground, like if you're looking at the picture here, you manage to place it like right here, right? She
Okay.
comes pouring out of the ground, and immediately just this huge chunk of shoulder and back plating is just shredded off, just peeled off of her back as she erupts from the ground, caught on the Wall of Force. There's a horrific howl as huge chunks of bone and mass come crumbling down to the ground. Her trajectory is affected, and she's up in the air, and she spins and convulses in pain as she slams back down on her side into the ground and goes back underneath the surface. All right, I mean, damage-wise, you did heavy damage to her, but did not kill her.
I would be impressed if we had killed her.
All right, Deimos, you throw the wall of stone out. You manage to clip just a bit of her side, breaks through the wall. You can see individual scarring and ripped tissue and cracked bone on her side from where she broke through the wall. You gather it did some damage, but you don't know how much.
That's all
All
we
right,
can
I'm
ask for.
going to sit near Pepin, and I'm going to be like a Jedi Master, and I'm going to be like, focus. You got this. I believe
I'll-
in you. As I just try to calm him and like feel his instincts and etc. And
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll dismiss that wall of force and shake it off, and concentrate. Try again.
I mean, I give. Shit, I can't give you a guidance. Can in that sense saves. I think.
No, it's on checks too.
Isn't that checks too? Oh shoot. All right, I'll give you a guidance on that too.
Okay.
Because I believe in you. Because fuck it up, it's a terrible piece of crap.
Okay. Again, you're watching, and you're trying to time her horizon fall and putting a wall of force right where she would erupt from the ground. This time you're a little bit closer. You're probably within 15 feet of where the center of her core would be. You place it kind of like right here as she's breaking out of the ground, right? And you can see her jaw get caught on the wall of force as she comes erupting up from the ground, and it gets ripped off of its hinge and basically just gets torn off the bottom part of her jaw, just hanging broken and shattered underneath her. And also as she's climbing up under the ground, her whole undercarriage gets like scraped off. Bone and fiber and black crumbling sinew from inside, just all hanging out tattered and flailing underneath her. She again screeches in pain. The effects of the second wall of force just tearing away at her. This is a much stronger blow than you struck before.
Is there enough time for a last one?
Well, that
Or she's on us?
my intelligence thing right there on the bottom. That's my last stone thing for hopes and dreams also.
Okay, that was a little bit of a better hit. It did more core damage.
Cool.
And
Are you slowing her down, or is it?
And by the way, she is on the combat tracker, and I've been adding damage to her as this has happened.
Ooh.
It has been slowing her down, but she was within 120 feet before. So now, she's within like 30 feet as all this has happened.
Like,
Alright.
Ellen, or excuse me, Pepin, this time just wait until she's like about to crash on us, and then throw it up right in front of us.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, when she's about to crash down, throw it up on top of us to shield us from it, and then we can start the battle.
Also, I'll be just randomly just blasting her with some random sacred flames, just fuck herself. Also, Albrecht, I asked you like a little while ago. Did you want a death ward on yourself?
Constitution saving throw. Aye.
So no or yeah?
It's just a Constitution set. What is Death Ward exactly?
First time you drop to 0 hit points, you go back to 1.
Something that's just as good. Oh, I would rather you have the spell slot.
All right, sounds good to me. Appreciates it.
I'd rather have the hit points than the Death Ward, because I have Persistent Rage.
Oh, nice. But yeah, I'll Sacred Flame this guy a couple times if I can before he gets to us, before this ram thing, just to agitate it.
Okay.
That potion off of you right now, kind sir.
Potions? Oh yeah. Here, I will toss you all my potions.
Okay.
You get one.
So, as Scarvix, so you guys are beginning to see the city on the horizon. Scarvix erupts from the ground again. Now about, still within about 30 feet away, and her jaw broken off, big chunks missing from her shoulder. She looks in your direction, and lets loose a big blast of greenish spray at the rear of the train.
I did throw up the wall of force to protect us.
Are you doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Roll. Let's see here. It's close enough that I'll say you're able to minimize to negate the acid from hitting you. But as it splatters all over the rest of the train, of the caravan in front of you, you can see that this car that you're on is right here. Let me show you on the map. Okay, so you guys are on the back of the train. This is the last car, right? And you guys are all kind of like sitting right here-ish. Scarvix is like right over here, 30 feet-ish away, right? There's acid spray that comes out in your direction. You put up the wall, right?
It's a 100-foot by 100-foot wall.
But it's in 10-foot panels. 100 foot by 10. It's not 100 foot by 100 foot. It's like 100 by 10.
never mind. My bad.
10 panels that are 10 feet by 10 feet.
Yeah.
My bad.
So it's like a
100-foot square.
It's 100.
Yeah.
It's 100 square feet. Right. So a bunch of the acid still gets onto this area of the train over here, and begins to like just eat the whole thing away. You can see this car beginning to rapidly detach from the rest of the train.
Hey Deimos, were you a smart? And did you take mending as a cantrip?
What is that?
Mending is 1 meter.
It's weird. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. It would take forevers. I don't even know. Let me check.
We're gonna have to fight
Smart
it.
cleric. Yeah, I mean that's. I
do
that's
have mending.
given.
Yeah, I do. I've used it twice.
All right, you guys are gonna have to try to figure out a way to get to the rest of the train because your car is detaching from the rest of the caravan.
One on this part of the train.
Most of the people when they see Scarvex getting close, they've evacuated to the front of the train. You guys are the only ones still back here.
So I'll pick up. Well, I'll rage as a bonus action, and I can go giant as a bonus action, and then I'll pick up Pepin and and just start running towards the end of the car, and it's typical superhero fashion.
Okay. And you're gonna do a flying leap over the broken part. I need you to make an athletics check.
Dude, I can take Deimos with me with a dimension door to the front.
This looks better.
Okay.
Check. I should be fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you go full size, right? And you
I'm 15 feet tall now.
Yeah, you grab everyone, you leap over the edge of the rotting and falling apart bone carriage, and you slam down on the next car and place everyone. You crack the frame a little bit, but you place everyone safely on that side. Scarvex leaps, again, crashes into the air, and she's even closer than she was before. When she lands.
Okay. Can I get an action now, or are we
Yes.
like in?
Oh yeah, you
official
can go.
combat?
We're not actual combat-ish, but we're role playing the combat. What do you want to do?
Down that potion.
Okay. So you're large, right? And Deimos, this is your potion.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Let me get rid of that. And if that happens, I'll chug my potion at the same time.
All right.
High five.
And
So-
I will not chug a potion because I don't have any.
Oh,
I mean,
shit,
what are you
have
gonna do with
three.
the giant wizard, though?
I got
Am
one
right?
left. I actually do have one left. I'm running
Hold on.
very low on
Instead,
potions.
I'll cast. Can I cast a spell instead of drinking a potion?
Yeah.
I'll cast.
Wait, Albert, do you like your right or left shoulder better for me to lay on?
Whatever one you want, whatever one you think's more muscular, buddy.
I'm not even blushing. Don't worry about it. Bro.
I cast Ghost Armor.
Okay. All right. So Deimos,
Mhm.
since you gave him this potion, I'll let it work if you burn a high-level spell slot.
What spell? What should I burn? I got you.
How big do you want him to grow?
All right. Mainly because I still need my 7th and 8th and 9th. Could I burn a 6th?
So by scale, she's about that big.
All right.
The front of her.
All right.
Since I'm casting at 4th level, the ghost thing, it gives me 1 more AC.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn a 6th because I only have 3 spell Like I have only 3 spells higher in total.
Okay.
I got 1 of each higher than that.
All right.
So I'll burn a 6th.
6 spell slot, Albrecht. I'll let you gain another 6 feet on your size.
Okay. How does it affect my damage at all, or am I just big enough?
You're within grapple size of her head if you make a really strong athletics check.
Also, your damage is up by 1d4 technically because you're the spell.
Yeah. Well, you know, we'll be generous. We'll make it a d6.
Ooh, nice.
So we have so the exhaustion is just from being down here. It's not from anything that we did specifically.
Correct. And the exhaustion is for checks. It gives you disadvantage on checks. All right. So that's about the scale.
Amos, you're drinking a potion as well, aren't you, buddy?
Oh, you
Yeah,
did?
I was drinking. Yeah,
Okay.
I drank one of my potions too. I had 3
All right.
total.
So you're like that big now.
Yeah. Big back, big boy. Let's fuck him up.
Deimos was a bit of a javelin guy in college,
Oh.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
buddy.
Oh my god. She's getting bigger. Oh fuck. Oh,
Yeah,
that
you're
war.
fucked.
That the fucking pimple that was on her back. Oh my god, it's the size of my head. Oh fucking shit.
Since he's for all intents and purposes, equipment. Does he grow too?
No, he doesn't.
There, it's choking me. It's like impaling me on the back of her back. Is so bristly and coarse. Oh fucking shit.
All right. So Albert, what are you doing?
Deimos, you down for that?
I'm down for whatever, bro.
All right, because what's happening
you,
is her next leap, she is going to crash into the back of this train.
Hurdle a giant, or actually, Deimos, do you want to hurl a giant me?
Is that possible?
Strong
I think
enough.
you're too big, bro.
Yeah, I think you might be too big for the Deimos to throw.
Yeah, you're pretty fucking big.
Okay, well, I thought I'd try.
Yeah.
I'm going to hurdle the Deimos right at this thing's head.
As that happens, though, because you're doing that, I'm gonna try to turn Super Deimos because I might as well turn Super Deimos.
Super Deimos 2.
Nah, I have to do that next turn. I can only do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This doesn't-
Like I said, next leap, she's landing in the train or on the back of the train. So what are you doing?
I'm going to hurdle Deimos at her head, and then I'm going to jump on her.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Wait. Yeah. I assume you have like a rope attached to me, and you can use me as like a pinpoint thing to a grappling hook. I'm a grappling Deimos. Grappling Deimos hook.
Okay.
If you want to do that, I was just going to throw you and jump on her as well and
Oh yeah.
start
That,
punching her.
that also works.
Okay.
If worst comes to worst, Pepin can come get us.
Yeah, I'm gonna run somewhere where she won't land on me.
Okay.
We're gonna need all the buffs and debuffs that we can get. Hey, Deimos, what's your ethereal cage fight made out of? Break out of?
That would honestly be up to the DM on this one.
It's a bit of a flavor spell. It's not gonna hold
It's
this
a
thing. It's not a wall of
flavor,
force.
Yeah.
I
like made out
haven't
of-
been wanting
try,
to
Deimos.
use.
It's made out of
I
whatever the
haven't-
ground is made out
I'm
of.
like, if I cast it at 9th level, would probably work, but bad stuff might happen.
I don't expect
It's
you
made
to.
out of whatever the ground is made out of.
I haven't been wanting to use this spell because it's stupid. It's ridiculous. But I think it might be the time if you allow it. And this is actually from Sanithar's guide.
Oh yeah, that is actually just straight out of a book.
Vulnerability. So let's see here. 9th level spell abjuration. You're immune to
Back
all
in
damage
just
if
a
the spell ends for 10 minutes. Sure. Why the hell not?
I'll leave that for a final.
Pepin
Just
casts
in case
invulnerability
you
on
get
himself,
there.
sits back down, and keeps jerking off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hurl Deimos, and then I'm gonna get ready to jump on this thing's head.
Okay. All right. So she jumps out of the ground. Where you throw Deimos at? Right at her face. Deimos, you go
Like,
rocketing
right
towards her face.
in.
Into the mouth.
No, not to the mouth. I want to try to send Deimos, like, through her skull.
Through her skull.
Unless Deimos has the place he'd rather go.
Deimos, where are you going? He's throwing you to the skull. Like right there.
It can't bite you because its bottom jaw is ripped off.
Yeah.
It's your choice, Damus, if you'd rather have me throw you someplace else. Do you leave us?
Deimos. Deimos has left the building. Alright. You toss Deimos in that direction, and then you jump. What are you doing, Dalbrick?
Jump on, draw my sword and count as moving 15 feet in a straight line,
Yeah, for sure.
and just go to town.
Alright. She's on the map.
Target her. No need for grapple this time. I'm just gonna go at her with my sword.
Okay. Is that your increased damage?
That's just an attack roll.
Okay.
Here's
okay.
my damage.
Yeah.
And here's my increased damage.
Ooh, gross. You got that one on there.
D4. Third attack.
Alright. So, yeah, you're tearing. You leap up into the air, and there's crushes and smashes of damage. Bits of bone flying everywhere. You make a huge impact, and then you slam into her, and it's everything you can to grab onto a bone and stay holding on. You're large and you're heavy, and you can see it's made a significant impact in her trajectory and her momentum. But you are attached basically right to her, right on the side of her face, and you've been tearing bits of bone with your flesh, with your sword. So you're causing major damage. All right. Deimos, you land on top of her head. What do you do?
Oh, I'm gonna start burrowing in there like a gosh damn huge
I was
parasite.
throwing him like a projectile. I thought he would do some damage
When he hit,
when he would hit.
well, he takes equal damage to what Scarvix.
I'm a
takes there.
superhero name with my super cool shield, just pounding there. And then
Alright.
I'm like, wait a second, I was gifted with these great hands. And these huge hands, way bigger than my opponent's hands. These hands are way bigger and powerful. Don't look at them. But I'm gonna start using them to start digging through, pounding myself through.
Hairy hands. Fucking hairy.
Yeah,
Man
they're
hands.
huge.
Man
Yeah,
hands.
they're man hands. I'm really confused when we try to talk about this. But yeah, whatever, no big deal. I'm gonna start just pounding through with my cool Tempest gloves that I've been carrying around forever, and pounding through, ripping apart. I'm just trying to burrow into this guy's brain.
All right.
Like a gosh dang parasite.
All right, make your attacks.
Okay.
You're
Oh,
on its back.
man,
You're not
that's-
missing. You hit. That's fine.
Oh, it's okay. And then I'm gonna give I guess an athletics just for my how good I am at digging through shit. Oh, I'm good. I'm
Oh,
really good
man.
at digging
Oh,
through
shit.
stuff.
All right, you managed to when you're smashing and you managed to break in, under the main skull plate, and you managed to get a couple of fingers underneath there, and you begin to pry up on this monstrous beast's the top of its skull. You hear cracking and snapping as you flexing your muscles, yeah, the thing starts to give way. The Scarvix shrieks out in pain as you begin to rip off the top of its skull plate. I mean, it doesn't come off, but you manage to bring it up a good couple of feet, cracking the
Alright,
bone.
cool.
It's really thick.
I'm gonna start sliding underneath. But yeah, thank you, Tempest.
Okay.
That's me.
All right. On Scarvix's turn, you guys are attached to its face, and she slams down into the ground to go back underground. You guys take the full impact of the ground as she slams into it, which looks something like.
Metric buttload.
And also, there's a bunch of acid and stuff pouring out of her mouth.
Could have been worse.
I gotta adjust my my hit points real quick.
Also, just to make sure, I'm taking the full damage. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, like you're bathed in the acid that's pouring out of her mouth, and you take full bludgeoning damage as she goes underground because you're being slammed on the ground and being shredded through the ground as she tunnels under, and 100 feet
Wait.
later.
So what you're saying is that Damos is totally shredded as he's flexing, or she's flexing.
You're being graded. You're being like pushed
Graded.
through a rock tumbler, and then you come bursting out upwards again as she surfaces, and you guys are all bloody and bruised up.
Maybe
That
it'll
fucking
open
sucks.
up. Maybe it'll cut up your butthole open.
Did it cut my butthole open? I'm rolling a D100.
I'm saying cut your butthole open.
That's definitely not good enough for a butthole roll. All right, never mind.
All right. Let's see here. That was her movement.
Oof. Her movement hits like a truck.
Yeah. As you guys get there, suddenly, she points her face at the train again, and lets loose a massive cone of dragon breath out at the train. Albric, roll dexterity saving throw to try to get out of the way.
Can I see it?
Yeah, you can see it. Alright. As this happens, you see it coming, but you still get clipped by it. The way where you're holding on to the side of her head, you're definitely your whole side overlaps where her mouth is, and your half of your body gets bathed in this acid blast.
That's not good. Ugh.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Acid, so that you take that in acid damage. It envelops the whole back half of the train. Pepin, you see this coming right at your face. This wave of acid damage. What do you do?
Well, I stand there and take it like a champ.
All right.
Cry.
You cast that immunity spell, right? Invulnerability spell.
Yeah.
All right. It washes over you as it passes around, and it just pours off. You look around, and the whole train the whole back third of the train is rotting away and is quickly burning off. And you find yourself like all of a sudden underneath, like the train that you're on stops moving, so you're suddenly underneath as this thing is leaping over your head.
And
You're
I'm naked
stopped.
now because my clothes burned off and shit.
Yeah, your clothes are off. So you're stopped. You're underneath its belly as the train has gone on in this direction. It continues to move.
Okay. So as it's coming above my head, can I cast a spell at it?
Sure.
I
When-
will
Now,
cast.
Cast a spell.
It's over your head. When it lands down, it's going to come smashing down.
I
on
was
you.
just
But
wondering.
I guess it
'Cause,
doesn't matter.
I'm assuming he has both hands on his wanker.
That's his magic wand, right? That's his arcane focus.
That's my focus. So I'm gonna cast disintegrate.
Uh,
Holy shit!
No, it hits. I mean, it might deflect a little. Hold on. It's pretty dexterous.
It's
Holy
dexterous for a big thing.
shit. This plus 16? This thing's I hope this thing's not a gosh dang rogue, or we're fucked. Sneak attack.
Roll the damage. Roll the damage. There's no way it misses. Okay. You see daylight as it punches a hole straight through her for a split second, and then her body passes over you. Okay.
Okay.
All right, back to the top. Albric and Deimos, your turns.
I am going to grab onto a bone on this thing and just try to shove it into ground to stop its forward momentum.
Oh shit! I didn't notice this thing has a effect on it.
Forward momentum.
I want it to stop chasing the train, stare this thing down, and try to get it to challenge me so it stops going after the train.
Okay.
Because that train does not have much left for it.
Okay, all right. Make a intimidation check with your strength modifier.
Strength.
Okay. You roar and you're shouting at the side of it, and as you
I was also like trying to just grab it and shove its head into the ground. If you want me to make.
yeah.
athletics.
When it comes back around, I mean, its head is going into the ground anyway. I mean, that's how it jumps and burrows
Yeah,
through the ground.
True.
All right. So that's not really gonna slow it down because it tears through the ground. But you're basically trying to grab its attention and force it to notice you and slow down. Okay. Anything else?
What is that? An action? Bonus action?
We'll call it one of your attacks.
You said I could grapple part of it, but I wouldn't be able to grapple the whole thing.
No, you won't be able to grapple the whole thing. You're holding onto it.
I'll move along it enough to have moved 15 feet in a straight line, though.
You're basically like rock climbing on the side of its head. You're in the air right now. Only thing holding you up is this creature, because you're moving through. You're basically in an arc through the air before she slams back into the ground again. So you can't rush.
Okay. That's my turn as I just try to.
All right, Deimos, your turn.
All right, Daniel's just already slippery and slimy from all this goop and shit
Yeah.
from pulling this thing up.
Yeah, currently you guys are way up in the air. She's at like the apex of her arc before she comes slamming down again.
Cool. And then I'm gonna keep doing with my point. I'm sliding down, trying to get underneath that plate. 'Cause
Okay.
I know what's underneath that.
All right, so you're still ripping up, trying to tear it off.
Yeah, well, enough to where I can slip underneath it. I'm trying to slide into it. I'm
Okay.
assuming it, I can get a foot or two up 'em and then try to. So if I pulled it up and then this time I pulled up more, would I be able to slide underneath it now?
All right, you managed. You had it up several inches before. You put all the leverage you can into it as you're up in the air, bracing on the surface with your feet, and tearing up. You do manage to get it up. You've created like an opening about a foot tall, and it's like 2 feet wide.
All right, cool. Can I use my movement and all that type of cool stuff to try to shove myself through it? Push myself through it. I still have.
Can you fit through a foot? Or
Uh,
a 1 by
my
2 foot opening?
Titties. I'll use another.
Your titties are too big.
Yeah, I'm using my attacky thingy.
You're also enlarged.
I'm enlarged. I'm pulling it up even more.
All right. You managed to create a larger hole. By now it's about 2.5 feet tall by 4 feet wide.
Ah, shit. Let's
And
see what else I get.
In your enlarged state, it's gonna still be a tight squeeze.
All right. I have technically one more at the very end of more ripping in the Terran, in the Terran.
All right. You managed to make a sizable gap between its skull plates now. All right, so
All right.
it's a good 4 feet by 6 feet.
All right, and I'll slide on in there with my movement
Okay.
because I'm gonna teach this guy's brain the Legend of Tempest, but unfortunately, I think that's all I can do.
All right. As you
I'll toss it in
guys,
his head.
as you're slipping into her skull plate again, she comes slamming down into the ground. All right, 135 damage to both of you.
Ugh.
Pepin, you would have taken that as her whole body comes slamming down on you, but you are invulnerable. All right, and you guys go digging down to the ground. You guys are a good 30, 40 feet under the ground before she suddenly stops. Albrecht, you got her attention.
Let's go, bitch.
And here underground is where you guys finish the fight. All right, you're currently underneath about 40 feet of dirt and rock. Okay. Under there,
Quits for the night.
she is going to
So she slammed down on me. I'm like, she brought me with them, right?
Yeah, you're underground, so you're under her belly somewhere. But they're like 100 feet forward. You're under her belly, 100 feet back.
Oh, she doesn't know I'm humping the shit out of her right now.
No, she has no idea.
Wait, is she taking damage for that? That should be at least 1 point of piercing.
I don't know. He seems pretty small. It's like what,
Hey,
2
1
inches.
point of piercing. He is very energetic about it.
Like a bunny rabbit going at it.
Have you guys ever seen like bunny sex videos? What a male bunny looks
Yeah.
like?
No, I don't.
As soon as he like pumps for like a second or two, and then he just falls over.
It just flops over. Yeah. I got to show you this.
Don't do it.
I
I'm gonna
gotta-
click on the- Don't do it. Don't be that person.
I've got to send you a video. Hold on. Let me find something.
All right, what am I gonna click on?
Here we go.
You're a bad person. All right, I clicked it. Let's see what happens.
I'll show it on the.
Uh-oh. Oh no, she seems so innocent. What the fuck is this guy doing? Is he fucking jackhammer?
Yeah, that's it. That's as long as it takes for rabbits.
Holy shit. That guy went to town. And then he did not do freaking like workout. He did not do freaking, I don't even know.
I call it pulling a
Poor
Pepin.
guy. Just pulling a Pepin. Oh.
Okay. All right. So she's using her top jaw to underground. She moves and you feel a slash at you, Albrecht.
Bring it, bitch.
Okay. And let's see, she can't do a tail attack from where she is here, but we'll call this an appendage attack. Coming at you as well. That would be a crit.
Oh.
All right, there we go. Let's see. So now it's Pepin's turn.
I'm gonna unleash the power of another 7th level disintegrate with extra 2d10 for alchemical casting. Should I roll the save?
Nah. What was it? Dexterity?
Yeah.
Ah, she fails. All right. Punching another hole, straight up. I mean, this time it goes straight through her body, and this, and through, it disintegrates a large portion of the rock. You swear you see sunlight through the narrow hole before the rock caves in again.
All right. I'm down to 6th level spell slot. That's it.
Okay, Albrecht, your turn.
Let's go, bitch.
Oh.
As I want to attack her.
You're pretty wrapped up.
Yeah, I'm buried though, so I can't move.
You can move. There's enough room for you to make attacks. You can't run at her.
Inside her, 15 feet in a straight line.
Inside her?
I beat you to it, bro.
Like straight to the back of her mouth?
If I'm standing in front of her, like how wide is her head?
You're about as big as her whole jaw open. You're pretty big. So you're not.
Because of my size. So if I was normal size, I could.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
And this, you're doing pretty well. You don't even have to look very good. You're in
Hey, we need all the damage we can get to able to stone complaint.
Sorry, I was talking about some other part of your body.
Wow. In a moment of shock and awe.
The space down here is a little cramped. You swing back your arm, but it smashes into a boulder, and you can't get a full rotation on it.
Again?
And your attack kind of fizzles out. There you go.
There we go. Let's see. next couple of turns.
That's
what
a
was
fuckload of damage.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
What was her attack on me? Oh, she still would have. Oh, because she critted on me. Okay, I will attack her with my spiked armor, and I will add a couple of hit dice to this. I'll add 2 hit dice to this damage.
Nice.
So here's the regular damage from that. There's the spiked armor. Oh yes, bitch. Take that, bitch.
I didn't know your name was Brittany.
3, okay? Okay.
I'm sorry for making you guys fight Brittany that one day.
That was amazing. Hey, she's not dead, is she?
Yeah.
Oh
no, she's not.
I want to try to keep its attention on me.
Alright.
Let Deimos do his thing.
Okay, Deimos. So you're underneath her skull plate.
Where's that brain at?
I'm gonna add some modifiers to you. Right.
Oh, please
Alright.
don't murder me.
So you are. Let's see if does this work. One second. Let's see if this works. Okay. So this is a crit. Go ahead and roll your attack and damage.
Oh,
Because you're smashing her brain basically, right?
yeah. Oh shit! Just for theatrical purposes.
So this is crit and max damage.
Oh shit! For theatrical purposes, could I burn the spell? Not metagamey, I swear. But just literally just point to the heavens, say, "Hey Tempest, this is for you. Thanks for believing in me because we love you." And I'm gonna do a 1,000 gold piece punch.
Yeah.
And okay, so I'll do that.
All right. I have the max button pushed. I think it works for you, but let's see if that's how it works. If not, we will calculate it. Okay, so
That shouldn't have rolled.
that was a crit, right?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Just try to heal that and just roll it again.
Yeah. So,
Deimos has to click it on the little modifiers thing.
oh, he does. Okay,
crap.
so Deimos, open the modifier. Go hit.
My bad.
Go click max damage
Okay.
And crit.
and crit.
Okay, there we go. Max crit. Okay, there we go. All right,
It's gonna be
hopes and
sick.
dreams.
To the brain.
All right, there we go. All right.
What?
Thank you, Tempest.
Oh fuck.
Holy donkey shit.
Yeah.
The fuck is that damage? Holy, I didn't know I was a gosh dang Midas monster.
That's pretty cool. Exploding the brain. I mean, you get in there and you unleash your 1,000 gold punch. There is kaboom.
Let me
Rotten
remove my
brain
money.
just completely, blasted area. The whole creature just goes dark. Eyes go dark. Mouth shuts down. Her whole weight comes down and resting on top of you, Pepin. All right. So you guys.
That's the way he likes it.
This is make her fail his death saves with just pounding her.
So Pepin, you have 9 minutes to get out from under there before your invulnerability wears off.
Did I see Deimos go under the skull?
From where you were, I don't know. Well, you definitely saw effects. I mean, you see.
I
Like,
want to say Deimos has probably been pretty loud as he's just literally yelling Tempest as he's just ripping shit apart.
That's right. Yeah.
So I'm going to go, move my way up to him and start going to the surface.
You guys are under 40 foot of ground. What's your digging speed?
We dig through the monster to get to the top. her tail might be sticking above the ground, so we'll just dig through her that way.
That's probably pretty much what you're gonna have to do because you're under a rock.
Yeah. Oh wait, we gotta find Pepin though.
I'll dimension door
No,
to
he's
the
down here.
to the road.
Okay.
He's down here.
All right. I
Okay.
need 3 athletic checks in a row from you guys.
There we go. Nope.
Okay. So it takes a while because you guys are under solid rock, and you're working your way through the corpse. And it's slow going, but you guys are also enlarged, so you gotta create big, large gaps between the rocks. It's slow going. It takes you a good half an hour to dig your way out. And you finally make your way to the surface. Any slime or goop or stuff that has been scraped off you by pushing through the rock.
Now
Vork is beat to hell. I mean,
he's fine.
he's
Vork is getting
like his eye is crushed and his face is all scraped up and his is like he's bleeding in multiple places because he just
yeah. He's awesome.
he's like bleeding
I
out on your
love
back.
Vork.
He's like a
Alright,
trail
also-
of dragon blood behind you.
So on this way down, like this thing, is there anything of note-ish I could rip off this guy? Because I'm placing it on my armor.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah. Let's look at this. Okay, so what does this thing look like?
Amos, when we get back and we finally get out of the freaking dungeon, I think you need to spend a whole day shots on greater restoration for poor Vork.
We're gonna spend like an entire week on Vork.
All right. So I mean, pick something from this picture. I mean, I think it's a pretty cool picture.
Super cool picture. That's the hard part.
I don't know, one of like the spikes on the side of its head or like its eye. Or
I'm
something.
thinking. I wish it. Could I get like an eye or maybe like one of its cool fangs? That's what I'm going for. One of those two.
Yeah, grab the fang. The fangs are
All right,
intense.
cool.
All right, big fang. All right, it's like it's almost as tall as you are. Actually, it's probably it's about as tall as you are. The big fang. If you get a smaller
Large or
fang,
normal size?
normal size. All right. So you guys dig up to the surface and you get there, and Pepin is there, sitting there naked. He's like, "Where you guys been?"
I'm like going at it, guys. You know what? Now that I don't have clothes, it's easier to get at.
Shit.
All right. And you guys look up and you realize that one, the train is long gone. And 2, you're on the road leading towards the city of Baal Safir. And now that the creature has been destroyed, you finally look for the first time, and this is what Baal Safir looks like.
We can see it.
Yeah, not from the sky view, obviously, but that's basically what it looks like.
Gross. Looks like Detroit.
Yeah, but it's burning. It's burning.
Yeah, it looks like Detroit. I'm
Yeah.
super confused with what you're saying.
Pepin,
Holy shit.
teleport us.
I can't.
What did you waste the 9th level?
Yeah, on immunity. I would have died
It's
like
called,
20
keep-
times over.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
literally only have 2 6-level spell slots left. Everything else is gone.
Okay. All right, guys. I think that's where we'll leave it for tonight.
Oof.
You're,
That was awesome.
You're outside
Yeah,
Baal
that was
Safir.
cool.
That was pretty fun.
You're a bad person. But thank you so much for writing the game.
All right. I'll catch you guys next week.
All right,
Heck
thanks.
yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
Later.
thanks again.
Have
Awesome
a good
as
night.
always.
Night, guys.